Good evening. Hello, hello. Good evening. I'm doing great. How are you? Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hello. Missed you too. It's my first time back since I got back from vacation. Hey, Jen. Hey, Jen Skills. I'm going to mod you on this account because I don't have you set up on this one. Thank you so much. Very timely. Why is it timely? Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Georgie. Thank you for the gifts. Hey, Zoo Sweetie. Hey, Georgie. Hello, everyone. Yes, I had a wonderful vacation. Thank you. And I've been trying to get caught up on everything since I got back. Thank you, Miss Sanchez and Betty Baker. I had a wonderful vacation. Hello, Strawberry Kisses. Hey, just by the time I get caught up, somewhat, then I'm gonna have to catch up again. But it's okay. Eugene, glad to be back too. Who is this man on the screen? This is Ryan Eugene. I think you know what I mean. Thank you, Betting Baker. Look at that. Isn't that cute? He was exposed as a predator on Saturday. And if you didn't see the video on Facebook, I have a redacted and edited version of the video where I took out some of the language that kind of triggers TikTok. And I've cut out some of the dead space that's in there where, they're just like looking at the chat or waiting on the police. And so there, if you haven't seen the video, you can watch that. You can interact with us here, and we can comment on it. We'll be able to ask questions and answer questions. We'll give you updates. We'll give you updates at the end of the video because we got some updates even just today. Sorry, I'm having technical issues here. It's lagging some. I'm sorry. There are there's been rain here all day and some thunderstorms and stuff off and on. So I'm sorry if it's lagging.
Hopefully, me coming in the box, it'll help it because it is pretty bad. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
let me know if it improves. If it lags, the only thing I can do is try to switch over to cell service, and I don't know that that's going to be any better, to be honest. Hey, Lee.
Hey, how are you?
Hi,
Hey, Lee.
good.
Good. Yeah.
We're
I
good. We're
think all of
good.
us are coming, I think.
Yeah, we're just waiting on some other people the gang to join in.
Yeah.
I hope
Yeah, I
everyone
went
had
out and
an
came back in and it helped the lagging on my end.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry if there's anything on my end. There's not much I can really do. Like, we've had not great weather, today, so it might be affecting things. Thank you, Andrea. I hope everyone had an amazing Mother's Day. And here comes Donnie.
Yeah, that's my partner in crime.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
Hey, Donnie.
How's
Hi,
everybody
Dolphin
doing? And
Girl. Hello, everyone. They're saying if you go out and come in, it's better. So,
what's up, Lee?
Marlisa, did you
Hey,
mean to
bud. What's
request? Hey, Happy. Yeah, when the cruise was awesome, Batty. It was amazing. I tried to keep up with things the best I could, but I think I'm still behind. Like, there's just so much always going on, and we leave again on Friday, so it's just enough time to kind of get caught up and then like do laundry and like repack my bag. So, but that's okay. I'm not complaining in the slightest. I'm very happy about it. I'm excited.
Yep. Chasing laundry though, that's the hard part.
So
Yeah, I
we'll
hope
do
you're
some
feeling better,
lives.
baby.
We'll, we'll do some lives from the cruise.
What did you say, Lee?
I said I hope you're feeling better. Are
I'm
you
feeling better
feeling
tonight. Yeah. Thank
good?
you.
Someone said that Ryan hired a 5-star attorney. Are they really? I know he hired an attorney, but I don't know if they're 5-star. I didn't look up any information about the attorney. We did get that information today about him having an attorney because it's listed on his public documents that we saw today. They said that they have a
Yeah.
4.8 rating out of 5. Wow.
Yeah, she's the ex sister-in-law that commented that.
Okay. So he hired
She,
I'm sure he's paying big bucks though too. If you're gonna hire an attorney like that, that's big bucks. That's big
I
bucks.
need it.
Oh, he's
He's
gonna need a
gonna
lot of
need
big
it.
bucks.
Yep.
He's gonna need a lot of big bucks. This his life is never gonna be the same after Saturday.
no.
Yeah, yeah. But I
I
I have
go ahead.
I was caught. The Jenna in the comments says, well, to be honest, his dad probably gonna put his house up for him. Wow, wow. Yeah, Ryan had paid off his dad's house. He might put his house up as collateral. Peace Child, we're gonna get into it. Thank you, PNW. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna show the exposure video on Ryan Snyder, which was on the Epic Facebook page, but I have redacted it and kind of deduced it down to about 30 minutes. So we're gonna watch that. We'll stop throughout to clarify some things and answer questions if we need to. We're gonna go through the exposure video. Tadpole, yes. Yes, and we're going to get into that too at the end. We'll after we go through the video, we will let you know the updates. We will let you know what we found out about what was found on one of his devices, what his updated charges are going to be, and everything as of today.
I don't believe Scam. I don't believe the computer tower has came back yet.
Probably not. I think that takes quite a while.
Right.
And that's a very small department. I don't know that they are going to do that themselves. That's something they might send out to their state police, possibly. I know in our state they typically send it out to the state police if it's, a department that doesn't have a specialized unit to do that.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean they can probably easily check the phone, but to actually search through hard drives and be able to access things that were previously deleted because there's still record of those things on your computer even if you delete them. I think that has to go to like a state police lab or something to do that.
I believe it went to the Ohio State Police Crime Lab, I believe.
Right. Yeah, that might take some time. So do you guys think I should wait for Chris?
Hey, Donnie, have you talked to Chris?
I have not.
Have you talked to Epic Girl?
I have not.
I messaged
Well,
them on
wait,
Messenger.
I just got the request from Chris.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about Epic Girl. Yes, this person is in Ohio as well.
Chris, welcome.
Hey, Chris.
What's going on?
You made
Hey, Chris.
Hey, buddy.
Not having a good night, I'm gonna tell you now.
You're not?
Huh?
You're not?
No, not at all.
Uh-oh.
Who is that?
Yeah. What's going on, guys?
Much, buddy. What's happening?
Oh, sitting on the side of the road.
Oh, no.
You got a flat?
Huh?
You got a flat?
No, I got two of them.
Oh,
What?
no.
Yeah,
Doggone, bro.
I hit due to this road that I go to my buddy's house where he works. They just fixed all the potholes. Now I thought they were all fixed. It's dark going down through there, so you can't see them, and it's raining. So,
Uh-huh.
You got rain up there?
oh yeah, it's been pouring all evening.
It's raining
Oh,
Same
all
we
day.
ain't
here.
got nothing down here.
Same here. It's been pouring
Here.
all day here.
It's raining all day here.
It
It's
both passenger side tires blew instantly.
Oh my gosh. Do you have help on the way? Like what's going on?
Yeah, I got a ride coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to leave my car here until tomorrow.
And then go back.
Yeah,
Oh,
Raining here all day in Philly too. It's crappy out.
Yes, it is.
well, I hope you can get that resolved. I'm so sorry, Chris. If you
yeah.
need to take a break from this at all and take care
I
of
can talk. I
anything,
can talk for a few minutes. My
you know,
ride ain't here yet.
okay, anything that you need to take care of, take
Yep.
care of that. I'll get the video queued up, and I'll give you a little bit of a intro from what the information I have, and you guys can add in whatever from there also. Um, so how this started was Epic Girl, who hopefully she'll join in, who is the decoy, uh, posed as a 12-year-old girl and was on Facebook in a Facebook group for teens, like single teens or something. And she was messaged by Ryan, and he immediately started asking her if she wears thongs and getting into sexual talk with who he thought was a 12-year-old girl. Um, he then, during this conversation, sent inappropriate photos, including photos of himself wearing women's lingerie. And he invited her to join a sexual chat with a 9-year-old girl that he said he was talking to. And he also claimed that he had a video of this 9-year-old girl doing things with her uncle. That's pretty much, I think, a summary of most of what that discussion was. Is there anything important that I'm missing? I don't want to go into a lot of detail on here.
He's a very sick dude, and he had no remorse for it. It's like he was
No.
he was, he was thanking us for busting him,
Yeah, straight
but
up.
it was like, oh, but I would never touch a kid. But thank you for because I got all these bad things going through my head, and
Yeah.
at least
Yeah, and he was
at least
saying,
he
"Oh,
got to say
I
goodbye to
really
his
respect
dog.
what you guys do," and yeah, he was trying to.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so
And I can tell
um,
you that everybody that we talked to about him, everybody said the same thing, that he was so quiet and that they could not believe this out of him.
yeah, and it just goes to show you just never know. They thought there were a couple people that said they thought he was a little odd or whatever, but they didn't think anything like this. They never
Right.
thought anything like this. They said he
Except
was
except
sometimes a
his
little odd but quiet.
except his ex sister in law.
Right.
And she is here.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. And, we're going to try to be as sensitive as possible to, the situation at hand and everything like that. And nobody should be trying to take anything out on, any of his family members or anything like that because, he did this himself. And it really seemed like no one, except a few people, had, possibly an inkling about anything like this. Um, and it wasn't anything that could have really been prosecuted, I don't think. But I mean, there could be other people that know stuff or had an experience with him. And if you did, please reach out to the Epic team on their Facebook group. You can send a message through there. If you have been if you know of any victims or anyone else that has had um, any type of accusations or inappropriate interactions with him or anything like that. So Jenna says there were signs and accusations, but nothing that she could prove. Right. Right. And now the police are going to approve. Police are going to approve now. So we're going to watch the video. I was able to put together several clips from the exposure live that day, put them all together. I was able to try to enhance the audio a little bit, so hopefully it's a little bit easier to hear. And I took out some of the areas where there wasn't really any talking or anything, where he was just kind of standing around. This is kind of like the most important parts of the video. So here we go. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, but it is best to ask at the end if possible, so that we don't have to, continue to stop. But Chris and the guys, if there's any point you want me to stop because you want to add a comment in, just please let me know and I'll stop it.
Okay.
Will do.
Let me turn this all the way up.
No. Yeah.
Hi, Karen. His dog was friendly.
Yeah.
Sean. And I have the part in here where he says goodbye to his dog. Yeah. He says goodbye to his dog.
Where that girl is? Huh? No? You won't come again, man. I mean, I call the police. You want to be honest? Okay.
Anyone in the box who's not talking, if you can mute, then that way there's less background noise. I appreciate that.
Yeah. What are you selling? I'm not selling nothing, man. What are you video? Nothing. For my protection, his conversation between it's conversation between us. Oh, okay. You want to walk down here away from everybody? Yeah, we can do that. What's it about? Well, I'll tell you later. All right. I'll tell you.
So, yeah, okay. Some people are asking who's who.
Sorry, man.
So the tattooed guy here, that's Ryan. And his father is also there. I don't know if he's on TikTok. If anybody knows that, please reach out to me and let me know. I did search for his name, Ryan Snyder, on TikTok, but there are so many people named with it's a very common name. So I wasn't able to locate an account with that name, but he is certainly on Facebook.
There's even a Ryan Snyder from that county that people are harassing him, thinking it's him.
Yeah, so there are people like harassing the wrong Ryan Snyder because they think this other Ryan Snyder is the guy. So people need to really be careful with this kind of stuff. The law is handling it. Ryan Snyder is incarcerated and the law is handling it. So nobody should be harassing anybody in real life because you don't know if you have the right person. So yeah, that's a very good point. So yeah, this is Ryan and his dad is there talking in the background, and you'll see him for just a split second because his dad is confused and wanting to know what's going on here.
All right. So, how old is she?
Christina says he always hung out with younger girls at kids at bars too. Wow. Wow, Turner, you work with him?
I mean, the shit that you sent her that you want to do, where's the 9-year-old? Cut it off. I don't want cut it off. Fictitious, non-existent, right? You don't need the video yet. I don't know what the hell it's about, but you don't need the video. We're on public street. We can do it. I know.
Wow, Turner.
Now you're in it, so. No,
there's his dad right there.
It's either that or I can call the police. Yeah. We can hash it out between you guys. Hash this out, yeah. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yes, I mean, are you wearing your lace underwear now? No, not that. Why would you send a kid thinking you in lace underwear? I don't know whether it's...
Good evening, Karen.
Hey, you're a sick dude. You're going in prison for the rest of your life. You're right. So, I mean, how much child on your phone? None?
No.
So if we went through your phone, we wouldn't find nothing. This shit bananas, bro.
Wow.
Yes, you're not right. You're not wrong.
Evening, little man. Right, Breezy?
I'll tell you what, though, it's fucking, it's cut off today.
You ever touched any kids? You never touched any kids?
I believe you have.
I believe you have too.
The conversation you had. I have. He's all just a weird mind. Where's the video of the girl giving her uncle? What? It was on weird. So I know this. No, there yeah, absolutely. No, there is. There absolutely is. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to be honest, I called the police out here. No, I have all the messages. Start to finish. I see it. You're a sick individual. But there's what happened if I go tell your buddy what you did? Well, they go.
Oh my gosh, Jenna.
The bar.
I'm so sorry.
Them all bikers up there, right?
Yeah, it looked like it.
Shit out of you. Are you a biker? Alright. You have a club? No. But no, to be honest with you, that whole thing with the uncle and the 9-year-old was just I'm not saying a cosplay. See you, man.
Cosplay.
That was all make believe. Just so weird that I don't believe it, man. I don't believe it. There are no.
So what he's saying here is that when he told the decoy a story about a 9-year-old and trying to get the decoy involved in a sexual chat with a 9-year-old, that he had a video of a 9-year-old and her uncle doing things, he said that's all made up. He said he made all that up. None of it's true. It's all fictitious. I'm not sure who he said that to, Josette. So he's denying that there's a 9-year-old, and he's denying that there's any CP on his phone.
I mean, man, I gotta let everybody know. I gotta protect all these kids.
Your intentions are you mess.
Yeah. You were talking about doing stuff with a 9-year-old. You wanted to do a group. You want to do a group chat with children, a sexual group chat with children. It's actually all just in my head, brother. It's not now. It's not now. Because it came out to a child.
Misty, we're not sure.
It's reality.
On Facebook, on social media. But as far as it doesn't matter. That's a felony. That's a felony. I know this. Where's your phone at? It's in the house. No. I don't need it. Yeah, it's definitely a felony. But yeah. To be honest with you, on the street. I mean, Ohio will send you to prison over this shit. I know. But as far as on the street, actual physical, absolutely not. It's a sick.
So he thinks it's okay if it's online.
And on media, to actually act that all out, absolutely not. Nope.
He thinks it's okay if it's online and not in person.
I would not.
Okay.
I tell you what, if somebody said, "Hey, come meet me today," no, not happening. Like I'm not.
I'm sorry, John. So sorry.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to meet
right,
underage child. She's allergic to them, so
right. The bananas.
It's literally just a perversion in my head. Yeah, man.
Bananas.
And that's all it is, man. I promise you. No, it's not because you were messing with a child. I understand. You're not wrong. I was.
He's admitting everything.
You probably could have got any fuck girl in this town. But
that's why this is Ryan Snyder.
A 12-year-old? That 9-year-old's not even a real. I don't believe that. No, it's not. It's not even a real thing. I don't believe it, bro. It was just it's literally just like I said, yes, literally. I don't know 9-year-olds. It was just a weird thing that got me off the time.
Did you hear what he said there?
Oh.
Did you hear what he said there? He said it was just something to get him off.
He's gonna be pretty upset, ain't he? Was you touched as a kid?
So you can go out and mess with any other kids. On media.
Oh.
So, Beach Lover asked, who ended up calling the police? It was somebody from the team, correct?
I did.
Lee. So thank you for doing that, Lee. And you'll see when the police come what happens. That's here in the clip.
You can't say on media. That's still a felony. I know this. That's abuse. I know this. You know, you're putting that shit in a child's head.
Thank you, Andrea.
So how many other children have you talked to? Why? A couple? Okay. Why?
He's talked to a few, he says.
Sick
a couple.
Version, man. Oh, it's definitely sick. Do you live here? You weren't hard to find, man. No. No, I wasn't. Especially when you wear a shirt at the bar that you hang out.
Are you wearing those pink lace panties right now? No.
Donnie with the questions.
I mean, dude, you sent several pictures of you in different kind of panties to a child.
Okay, Chris.
Talking about
Thank you.
wanted to use
Good luck.
toys on her. You wanted to do a sexual group chat with children.
So someone asked how old is this guy and does he have children? He's in his 40s. Do either of you guys remember his exact age? I know he's in his 40s.
I could look real quick, but yeah, he's in his 40s.
And he does not have children. We don't have any information that his dad or anyone else is doing any of this to.
No. He has no children.
Yeah.
And he's single.
Someone said 45.
I believe that's the correct age.
Okay. So, yeah, he's around 45, single, no children. He lives with his father. Our understanding was that he lived in Indiana for a while, I think he said, and then he paid off his dad's house and moved in with his house. Is he or has he been married? I don't think so. I don't think he's not married now. I don't think he has been. He does mention later in this clip that he has a girlfriend. You'll see that part. Jenna says no, no, and no to all that stuff. Thank you, Jenna. Yeah, some of these questions will be answered if you maybe continue to watch, because some of those questions are asked.
You're lucky we're not the other groups out of Ohio, dude. We're not here to do that. I appreciate it. We're here to get to the bottom of this and try to figure out what we can do to get you to stop this shit. Stomp the fucking shit out. But I don't think you're gonna stop.
Really, Beans.
Come on this. Are you getting drunk and drinking and starting to text and talking shit whenever you're drinking or high or something? It's totally in your insane mind you're doing it then, huh? Oh, yeah. So I appreciate the honesty.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, I'm gonna be honest as I can with you. You know? I mean, obviously you guys have all the proof, right?
Yeah, got it all.
The only thing that I can tell you, honestly, is that there was no 9-year-old. That was all just a made-up story just to get off. That's
hear that?
Sick, it's weird, I get it. But there literally is no 9-year-old. There's no uncle. It was all just a weird fucking perversion. I don't believe it, man. It is. It literally is. I don't believe it. I mean, I'm being completely honest with you.
You got kids?
So, I do.
Oh, wow, Jenna.
Good.
Dang.
You got nieces and nephews? Yeah, I've got 4 nieces and a
years
brand
ago.
new little niece.
You were trying to warn people, Jenna.
I mean, I just need to know why. I mean, look, I'm looking out here and there's kids the same age that you're over trying to mess with. Just walking down your street.
He literally lives like right across the street from a school, you guys.
Yeah, there's children everywhere around here.
You do not need to be this close to a fucking school.
We're less than 100 feet from school property.
Show them that school, man.
Oh my gosh, Jenna.
I'm telling you, it's a weird perversion.
Right here at the school.
There's no physical.
There's children walking up the street
Oh,
now.
no,
We're not going to
Lee.
get them on camera.
I hope she's
Somebody
okay.
said, hey, I want to meet you here. You think I'm going to go there?
Sorry, guys, I can't comment to these comments. I can't read that.
I don't know, man.
Charge.
I don't know.
Hi, Busted.
I wouldn't think that you would try to talk sexual to a kid. Again, you're not wrong. But I've seen guys do stupider things. I know. Yeah, I've got a lot going for me, brother. It's a weird perversion. I get it. I got a lot of good things going. I got
A weird
good job.
perversion.
I actually live at home with my dad, but You know, I pay all the bills, paid the house off when I moved back from Indiana, back in 16.
The minute that you want to mess with a kid, that's what we're...
And you know what? I appreciate that. Honestly.
Oh my
You
gosh,
shouldn't be
Jenna.
doing it.
What
What do you think your neighbors are going to say, man?
They're going to say,
They don't want you up.
how? Why? When?
Absolutely, Teresa.
No.
And thank
don't
you
think
for
so?
that.
Oh, yeah, you're not going to be welcome, bro.
After I show them the stuff that you're wanting to do, they're not going to want you out of this neighborhood? Fuck it, let's find out.
You're liable not to have a job, man.
I love what Chris said. He's like, F it, let's find out. Chris goes to tell some of the neighbors.
I'm recording.
No.
Oh my gosh,
He's
Jenna.
following you.
I'm
He's
so
going
sorry
over
to
here
hear
and
all
talk
that.
to the neighbors. Find out.
Oh wow, Teresa.
I sat and read every message on the way up. It's fucking disgusting.
Sure is.
You know, if you showed my daughter my seat panties that look like a skirt mini skirt, you know, we got problems. Probably. If you would live where I live, then yeah, we'd have problems. But, you know, I'm not here for that. You gotta realize you have an issue. Yes. You have a problem. What you done is child solicitation. And child solicitation, whether it's real or not, it's still punishable by law. Even in Ohio, you might not think so. It is. It is 100%. Just for what we have, you could probably get maybe 3 years in jail.
That's solicitation. I didn't say that. That's soliciting a minor for sex. So it does. It's jailable. It's a felony.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just so you know that.
3 years seems like.
That's all we do. Drug cases. That's not much.
Right.
That's all they
He's very nonchalant. He's acting like there's no big deal. He's standing there drinking a beer.
Starting point in all this.
I got 138 years.
138
Oh my
years.
gosh, Jenna. I hope not.
Same thing you're doing.
Oh, thank you, Laurie.
And that was in Indiana.
Allie, this is Ryan Snyder. Hi, Alicia. Ryan Snyder. I can give you a little recap after the video here in about 10 minutes. But he was caught in a predator sting on Saturday.
My neighbor next door is elderly. She just lost her husband here a month and a half ago, probably 2 months ago. She's so grand.
Thank you, Andrea. Oh my goodness.
I'd take a break. I got something to say. I didn't say. I have no control over that. You're your own person. So
yeah, he's just, drinking and smoking and whatever. And I forgot about that. I don't want to show that on TikTok. I don't want to show him doing that.
But again, I appreciate that.
He's drinking, smoking, just chilling out.
I honestly could not touch a child. It would not happen. It would never happen. It would be fucking, it wouldn't be good.
I don't believe you. They don't believe you. With any breath in my body,
I do understand.
You will touch it.
I do understand. Right, you read all your messages. Go back to them. You're going to tell me, stand right here and tell me you would never touch a child. Yes, I am. I don't believe that. That's what I'm telling you.
It's unbelievable, though.
And it's not. I understand that. It's not a figment of your imagination. It was all hand typing in the right mind typing. That's where the issue comes. Yeah, I understand that.
That was a reality.
It's not a fantasy. Yeah. It really is.
Do you not have a girlfriend?
TikTok sucks.
I have a girl that I've been seeing for 2 months.
How old is she?
She's 33.
She too old?
Wife is my brother's sexual wife. Oh, okay.
Good question, Donnie.
I was curious. I mean,
Your girlfriend too old for you?
no. Honestly, if we're being honest, I always prefer older women.
Okay. Well, 9-year-old's not older. They're 5th grade?
I know.
5th grade. Continue to text a child in 5th grade. I don't get it. I never understand it.
But they can't believe it, though. I know. Everybody that's talked about you said you're a very quiet person. I've got people that partied with you, and they say, man, I can't believe it. And then when I show them the method, no way. But you just worked the little bar, I think.
Wildflowers, that I do not know.
Wearing that shirt for that bar. What's the style? What's the sound? Yeah. Yeah, I go up there quite a bit. Like, trying to look there. My dad actually is, he retired here a month and a half ago.
I'm just not showing him because he's smoking.
Like, on his yard and shit. Oh, yeah. Shit. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a pretty nice little town. It is a nice little
Epic
town.
is exposing predators of innocent children.
Ain't gonna be quiet no more. You live here. Everybody's asking about the kids.
It's out in the middle of nowhere.
They do.
They expose child predators.
They do. I don't know how else to.
Ryan Snyder.
I know. Gonna do this again. But it's
you were just exposed, is all.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I just, yeah.
My babies, I do not know. Hey, Digital. We are trying to determine if he's on TikTok. We haven't been able to find an account yet.
You don't have no.
He's on Facebook.
No, nobody sent you no videos. I mean, you ain't been on Telegram? Not Telegram, no. Huh? You sure? Come on. I don't Telegram yet. That's your buddy? No question. You ain't been on Telegram? No, I don't have Telegram now. You don't have it now? Sorry.
And Chris isn't here right now, but I believe the reason why he's asking about Telegram is because it seems like there is a lot of CP being exchanged on Telegram. In case you didn't know that. At least I that's what I've heard. So it sounds like that's why Chris was asking him about having Telegram and, exchanging, information with people, meaning CP, between people on Telegram. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I understand, Jenna. Oh, and I'm sorry, new name. Yeah, so any questions are fine, but yeah, he was specifically asking about Telegram. And you want to make a bet that as soon as the cops got a hold of his phone, they probably immediately looked for the Telegram app on his phone. Because he's denying it, but he doesn't sound too convincing here. The cops are not there yet, but they will be. They will be.
No, I don't even.
Right, I'm no good.
Nobody sent you no videos, pictures on Telegram. I believe that you're an active trader on there. No, I believe your phone.
So Chris just said, I believe you're an active trader on there, meaning someone who trades CP on Telegram. Lee says when me and Donnie was talking about it, if the bananas was being delivered, what does that mean? Excuse me. What platform was he talking to them on Facebook? Yeah, so Chris was accusing him of possibly being an active trader, meaning a trader of CP on Telegram. Oh, that means they were called. Okay, that's right. When he says you were talking about if the bananas were being delivered, that's the code for police. Yeah. Gotcha. Well, it was already stated.
It's not. Here's your rod, buddy. Yeah.
All right. I really like that comment. When the cops pulled up, Chris said, "There's your ride, buddy." Because this is when the cops are arriving here.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys? How are you? Great. Thank you. My name's Chris. Okay. So, come on. Okay. Let's see.
So this is when Chris talks to the police, and he fills them in on what's been going on about how he's been trying to talk to a 12-year-old girl. He's been talking to who he thought was a 12-year-old girl in a sexual manner. He's been sending inappropriate photos wearing women's lingerie to who he thought was a 12-year-old. And he's saying that he has videos of a 9-year-old with her uncle. And he was trying to get the 12-year-old and the 9-year-old together in a sexual group chat. So he's explaining it, and he's showing the officer right here the chat logs. Misty, no, I don't think the dad knew. How many pictures did he send? I don't know, Donnie or Lee, if you know how many pictures were sent. I know I personally saw like 3, but there could have been more. She's been talking to him since February. So there was, in the beginning, it was a very active chat, I believe, in February. And then there was kind of like a lull where like he wasn't really very responsive. But then he came back to it, and came back in like, hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while or whatever. And then they started talking again. Jenna, I believe so, yes.
I can't remember how many pictures he sent, but there was several.
Yeah, he sent lots of face pictures, and he sent at least 3 or 4 inappropriate photos, and they were of him wearing women's lingerie. Like they mentioned, he was wearing pink lace panties. In one of them, he was wearing like a little like schoolgirl type of mini skirt, those plaid ones that are, yeah. I know he sent at least 3 or 4 like that. Yes, my babies, and you're gonna see that part here at the end. So you're gonna, yeah, Andrew. He may have gotten spooked at some point, which was why he left. For some reason, he felt comfortable to come back to the conversation, and it picked up from there. So yeah,
he actually left for like 3 to 4 weeks, possibly.
Wow, that's a long time. Yeah, probably like almost the whole month of maybe March or April. Sometime around that time.
Correct.
Yeah. So you'll see what happens here. The police just got here. And yeah. Oh, and check out the cute tramp stamp he got right there. That was interesting. So yeah, the police just arrived here now on the video.
Okay.
And Chris is still speaking with them and filling them in on what the chat entailed and everything like that. Misty, I do not believe so.
Get a rundown for you.
Okay.
Oh, Jenna, they have nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed about.
Let him mess up. They may not see you again. Wait.
Okay, this is where he's saying goodbye to the dog. Did he call the dog Puddles? He said, I think he's called the dog Puddles. He said, Puddles, Daddy messed up. I might not ever see you again.
Yeah, the dog. He called the dogs Puddles. Yeah.
Puddles, yeah. So here he's talking to the dog and saying goodbye to the dog. This is while the police are kind of talking and trying to figure out like exactly what they're going to do and how to handle things. And he's going to continue to talk to the dog here for a minute. It's sad for the dog. I feel bad for the dog. Yes, Christina.
You don't have long to live. I expect to away for a while, so I love you.
He said Daddy's going away for a while. And he told the dog he loved her.
You got your ID? I'm gonna go back home that day. Oh yeah, we'll see that.
Right,
Still getting out
Breezy?
the comments out here coming up.
And
What's up,
Phoebe?
guys? We are in Ohio. Man, he was sick, dude. Well, he definitely really right. He told the dog that he wasn't coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, man, everybody that we've talked to about this dude cannot believe it. Like I said, he's so quiet. He's so nice. It's crazy.
Here he's getting another beer. He's cracking open another beer while the police are there. And they're discussing the situation. And he's cracking open another one.
He finally was told no more beer.
Yep. I have that part on here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be the last beer for a while.
Wake up with this, man.
Loving Life, this is Ryan Snyder. I'll do a recap here at the end again.
They're calling the detective. See what the detective wants to do.
So the police were calling the detective.
Yeah, they're calling the detective right now, guys, to see what he wants to do with this.
You know what? I really do. I think the officer is just super. Yeah. But I appreciate what you guys did.
Huh.
We appreciate your honesty.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that aren't quite like me out there doing the same thing that actually would touch our child.
Oh.
I would never.
Yeah.
And I've heard that
He would never, right?
I bet, man. Yeah. I heard that from a guy, and then he went right out his stepkids, and he's doing 120, 30-some years in Indiana.
After we exposed him and they let him go on, and then he 38 years in prison.
He was trying to interact with a
we knew he was touching them.
12-year-old, and he also mentioned a 9-year-old being involved.
You might have seen it, but it's Indiana news. So
I lived in Indiana from 2011 to 16, I believe.
this just happened last month. 138 years.
Yeah, he's playing the, oh, I'm not like that. All the other guys are like, but I'm not like that. Right?
He's just like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of work you do? I work for a lift truck company. What, put lifts on trucks? No, or like lifts. Oh, okay. Lifts. So not around kids. That's a good one.
Yeah. No, he can still drink beers. You can drink his beer.
If it don't take you, you might not want to go back around to that bar. Everyone in bikers knows exactly what you get.
Right, Peace? Because the bar he hangs out at, there's a lot of bikers. And, hold on.
I don't think they make enough year.
So, the bar that he hangs out at, there's a lot of bikers there. I don't know if it's necessarily like a biker bar. This is Ryan Snyder, Diana, and he's a predator who was just exposed on Saturday and arrested on Saturday. So the bar he hangs out at, hey Marla, is, there are bikers that hang out at that bar, and I mean, they all know. Yeah, the whistle stop. In fact, Epic members, I believe, from what I understand, I think Lee and Donnie and Chris went there because he was wearing a shirt that said whistle stop on it in one of his pictures. And they went there and asked around in there about him. So, yeah, everyone in there knows. And also, this is a very small town, so the word spreads. And, yeah, they all know by now, I'm sure. He's acting all nonchalant like he's still going to be welcome back in there, but I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
So,
Definitely won't be allowed welcome back in there.
yeah, I understand, Jenna. The thing is, we can only really talk about what we have proof of here. So, here on my platform, we just can't make an allegation unless we have proof. And believe me, I understand your situation. And I encourage you to do whatever you can. about any of that. You know, if there's any way that we can get proof of anyone else, you know, that, you know, I'm sure that we can try to do that.
We have all
So,
the information. If anybody has any questions or whatever, they can reach out to us. We have all the detectives' names and everybody to contact.
absolutely. So if there's any information that you think that will help with this case or anything like that, you can reach out by sending a message through the Facebook group. It is Exposing Predators of Innocent Children is the Facebook group. Okay, you can message there.
They probably should put you underneath the jail.
Thank you, TikTok folks.
Out of all places. You know, if you would have went to Texas and got that knife, you'd never seen daylight then. It's all made up. I don't believe it was. Because you wanted a group chat with children.
Dawn, no, it's in Ohio.
A sexual group chat with children. That were your words. That's all social media. No, it wasn't. Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was. It truly was.
Brittany, I don't believe that was him. I cut that part of the video because
I mean, you just sit here and said that you talked to multiple children.
I think that part was not him. Again, it's a very common name.
Are you still talking to Annie? When's the last time you talked to Annie besides the one we're talking about now?
A couple days ago. Couple days.
So there's actively still talking to something.
He was just talking to some other children a couple days ago. Wow. He's admitting everything.
Might be the same type of people you talk to here. You never know.
Good thought. There's many of us out there.
Many groups trying to put a stop to this stuff. Bring awareness.
Mort, this is
but we're
Ryan
not violent. Nope.
Snyder.
We don't do that violent stuff.
He was exposed as a predator
protect ourselves
on Saturday.
Take these kids, man.
Then we protect the kids. That's a fact. That is a fact.
It's a good thing. I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Oh,
we appreciate it.
He appreciates you guys so much.
Absolutely. If you wasn't messing with kids, we wouldn't be here. Right. You never know where we show up. We show up anywhere and everywhere. What gets me how close you live to the school. It's like, she told you she was in what grade?
Okay, Christina.
What grade is this school? Elementary? That's K through 12. So she told you she was in 5th grade, so that's a prime. You got prime pickings over here, don't you?
Hunting grounds available.
Yeah. Less than 100 foot curb to curb. You just whistle and tell them to come over here, don't you?
You got binoculars?
Donnie with his question. You got binoculars.
Just thought we'd ask.
Yep, school's like literally right across the street.
Because it's like prime hunting grounds. It's terrible.
Yeah, the decoy said she was in 5th grade.
You said you wanted to get rough with a 9-year-old and finish on her?
Yeah.
Sick, dude. Sick.
Yes, he did say that. He said that.
If you become registered, you probably have to move.
Yeah. Oh, they won't allow him to live in the house.
Yeah. Big time life changes coming through. Irrational, unresponsible decisions.
Comes to a lot of them.
Yep.
Can't go to a city park or anything. Festival. Anywhere it involves kids, you won't be allowed. That's where we're going to video this to the town's Facebook page.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Lazy
The
Days.
neighbors are curious. Yeah. I already told 2 of them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a recap version.
Well, the peaceful town.
It's a summary.
What'd your dad say to you? So you're going to jail?
Thank you, Lazy
Huh?
Days.
You said you're going to jail? Does he know what you're doing? Or what you've been doing? He does now. What's he think about it?
That's new name. Live on their Facebook page. Absolutely, Lee.
He did not even act ashamed at all.
Don't worry. Yep, you do. The neighbor. Right.
I think this is where they tell him to stop
Right.
drinking beer.
It's fine. I can't come in. Right. Beer. That's enough with the beer.
Okay.
Just come out here and have a seat out here.
Yep. They said that's enough with the beer. Uh huh. Because he was chugging them beers.
That's enough with the beer.
Welcome back, Chris.
Cracking.
Yeah, they told him stop drinking the
We gotta
beer.
do set up a date when we leave.
He was waving.
He was waving at a little kid.
Yeah, going by on a golf cart.
Yeah, he was waving at a little kid, and Chris said, "Oh, what are you trying to set up a date or something?" Yeah, we'll find out. Did you make it home yet, Chris, or are you on your way? You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Sorry.
Bless you, bless you, bless you.
No more beer. Had enough. He did send pictures. He sent
Dan, can
pictures.
you put up a sticker that says trigger warning, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Here the cops are interviewing him.
Lacy panties.
Awesome cops.
Absolutely. There goes that one. He's on the phone again. Trying to figure out what to do.
Hey, Chris, just so you know, the Epic girl just left
Across the
the.
street from a school. Look at that. Perfect.
There he's showing the school.
Through 12.
See that?
Prime picking grounds.
Right across
here.
the street.
You said she just left the what?
He does not have them on right now. We asked him, believe it or not. He does not have pink panties on. Yes, a 9-year-old. Absolutely. Terrible. He's still waiting on the detective? He's got a detective coming. Oh, he's coming out? Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that.
And then this is the result. There you go. I added the music, of course. Arrested. I don't know, Misty. That's it. That's the summarized version of what happened that day. Awesome job by the entire team. Resulted in an arrest. And at first, he was charged with importuning a minor 13 years old. So this is the post that was on.
One of his charges.
You think he's still getting charged with that too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was the original charge, and this was posted on the Epic's Facebook page. This is his original mugshot when he was first arrested, and he was charged with importunment, which is basically solicitation of a minor. But then they also confiscated his phone and his tower computer. And there was some things found on that. We got, let's see, this document. Let me find it.
What was found was a video of an underage girl performing this acts and a video of her pleasuring herself. I don't know how a child can pleasure herself, but that's what they said.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and get the screenshot of that because somehow I missed taking the screenshot. Give me a moment because I can show it. It's a public document that was legally obtained here. Give me one moment and I will pull it up so
it's
you
on the
can see.
court Facebook, the court's website.
Yep, we have it here in the chat, but I'm going to take a screenshot and then kind of make it a little bit bigger here so we can see it. So this was the document. This was the original document right here. And I know the print is really, really small, so you might not be able to read it. But basically, I'm going to read the exact words. It says, on 5/12/2025, I interviewed the defendant in the Darke County Jail after obtaining a search warrant for his cell phone. While searching the phone, I found a video of a female minor engaging in sexual activity and touching themselves. The video was, I'm using a different word there. The video was found in the phone's saved media gallery. And as we mentioned, the tower has not even completed the search process yet. So it is very likely that there is going to be more things possibly found on the phone once a more thorough search is done, and most certainly probably on that computer also. So at that point, they upgraded the charges and the felony level, correct?
Yes.
Liz, this is about Ryan Snyder, and he was a predator who was exposed and arrested on Saturday by Epic. I think I have the screenshot here of his new charge. That is right here. It is pandering, sexually oriented matter involving a minor. It is an F2 felony.
And an F2 felony carries 2 to 8 years. It might be 3 to 8 years.
And he has a $75,000 cash bond. Today we also got some updated information on that because apparently he went to his bond hearing, and if he does bond out, which he hasn't yet as far as we know, but if he does bond out, he is going to have very serious conditions as well if he does get out on bond. So this is a document that shows the conditions here at the bottom. First of all, it says that he would, even though he hasn't been convicted yet, he would have to, it says, plus S offender registry, Rex offender registry. So he will have to register. He won't be able to live at that house. It does say that he retained an attorney, and somebody was telling me it's a very high-ranked attorney in the area. It says that it is a $75,000 cash property or surety bond. And then the conditions here are all checked. It says he would have to stay in contact with his attorney at least every 10 days, report in person to the Darke County Adult Probation Department, and comply with terms of pretrial services. Do not consume alcohol or illegal substances and submit to random testing. Well, we know he drinks beer, so
he's definitely an alcoholic.
Be identified and fingerprinted at the Darke County Sheriff's Department. Do not violate any laws or ordinances. Attend and comply with substance abuse and or mental health treatment recommendations. Have no contact with any minor. You see, they scratched out where it says like alleged victim or something, and they put any minor. And then it says participate in electronic monitored home arrest. So that's house arrest. That's an ankle monitor. at defendant's expense. And then it says without work release privileges. So that means he would be on 24-hour house arrest and not able to leave to go to work either. Hey, Bella. As far as we know, this is his first offense. We haven't seen any other charges. So if he does get bonded out, he will have to comply with all of these things. And if he does not, then that's going to be a violation.
He will also have to comply with anything that probation or pre-release services wants him to do.
Correct. Correct.
They want him to do anger management, he has to go do anger management. If they want him to go to drug and alcohol, he's going to drug and alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
If when they do the
they can put additional
evaluation,
conditions.
when they do the evaluation, if they want him to do in treatment for drugs and alcohol, he has to go in treatment.
Mm-hmm. And then there was this document obtained and shared today, and it is stating that his preliminary hearing in this case is set for 1:30 p.m. on May 20th in the Darke County Municipal Court. And it just kind of reiterates his bond amount and his conditions in that last paragraph. So that's the updates. So the charges are upgraded. There could be more charges to come, and I kind of expect there to be more charges to come. Misty, he is not out as far as we know right now.
I checked earlier, he wasn't out. I can check again while I got you guys on the phone.
Okay. Yeah, as far as we know, he is not out. And, I expect there to be possibly other charges added. Once a very thorough search is done on his tower computer and they look a little bit more closely into the cell phone, with these electronic devices, even if things are deleted, a lot of times they can still pull that information. There's still a record of it on the devices somewhere, and they can pull some of that.
He's still there.
He's still there? Good. Yeah. Good. And they'll also have record if he was having any other inappropriate conversations with anyone. Hopefully they will be able to determine if there really was a 9-year-old that he was talking to.
He admitted to us that he was talking to other children.
Oh, yes. Yes. He did. He did. So, I am hoping that they're able to determine who some of those other victims were, and they're able to, reach out to their families. And again, that's going to be more charges.
And I hope now that it's like circulating in their town, pray to God there's no other victims. But if there are, that's another win-win for Chris because it's just helping
It's not
so
a
much.
win-win for Chris, it's a win-win for all of us.
All of us, you're right.
Very true. The community.
Yeah, you hate to think that way, but there could be victims.
I mean, I talked to the neighbors, and the neighbors said they would never thought in a million years that this would happen. They were over there hanging out with him.
Wow.
And then people are coming out of the woodwork talking about he's a very quiet guy. They couldn't believe this, and then you'll get a few. Man, I always thought something was off about him. Which we get that with everybody. Everybody always finds the signs afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the hindsight's 2020 type of thing, Grammy D, we are discussing Ryan Snyder. For anybody who's coming in late, and if you missed us watching the exposure video or reviewing any of the documents so far, if you're just coming in, this entire live stream will be posted on my YouTube channel later tonight after it ends. So if you missed anything, you can watch it there.
Can you also post this on the Epic Facebook page?
Absolutely. Once I have it uploaded, I can post a link on there so that way anybody can go back and watch it.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
No problem. But yeah, it's like how Mama G said. You just never know. It really could be anyone. You never know who your neighbors are. Sometimes you don't even know who your family members are, or a coworker. I mean, there's comments on the Facebook page from people who were neighbors, relatives, coworkers, people who hung out with him at the bar. Like nobody knew. You know, Bet Halo. I believe it was stated that he was 45 and he was trying to interact with a 12-year-old, and he claimed he was also interacting with a 9-year-old, and he was trying to get them all together in a rectual group chat. So that's
I
kind of
believe,
yeah.
I believe
And he sent inappropriate pictures about how it was asked earlier when you weren't here, Chris. How many inappropriate photos did he send?
I think 3 or 4 of himself.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He,
3 or
he
4.
never showed any body parts that weren't covered up.
Right, but they were still very inappropriate. Like they were very
Not appropriate for a 12-year-old.
Yeah, they were. I mean, he was wearing pink lace panties and he was wearing a short little schoolgirl type of skirt that just barely covered, his private area. Um, yeah, those are the type of pictures he sent. And
Yeah.
he also sent pictures of his face and
Wanted
stuff
to
like
see a
that.
picture of his rectum stretched.
Oh,
Yeah, that was very explicit language for a 12-year-old or 9-year-old.
Send it to her later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he discussed rectual toys and things like that with who he thought was a 12-year-old about asking if she used them and would and things like that, and saying that he used them and stuff like that. Good night, little man. Yeah. Yeah. It was very explicit. Terry's asking how his dad reacted. Salty Beach, he was actually talking to a decoy that works with Epic.
His dad just didn't want us to record, and then after that interaction with him, he went inside. We never seen him again.
So he didn't come back out when he was getting arrested or anything?
No.
No, he didn't.
They actually handcuffed him inside the house.
Oh, they went in after him. Gotcha.
We took him in
No.
with the computer and the phone.
Oh.
And arrested him inside.
Well, that's probably what took so long too. And you guys didn't see that part because while they were making phone calls and waiting around, I kind of cut that part out of the video just to make it easier for us to watch here and everything. There was actually a lot of waiting time when the police were back and forth on the phone with a detective and waiting for a detective to come and all that kind of stuff. And
we were out for several hours.
Right. So during that time, that's what I mean. A lot of that's cut out. So during that time, I believe that's when they were trying to get, a warrant to actually obtain those devices. And unfortunately, in a lot of, counties, they don't take that step. I wish that in other areas where you've done these exposures and these busts, that they would at least try to get a warrant to search their, devices, because I think a lot of these individuals, if not all of them, probably have this type of content on their devices. But if you don't check, you're never going to know. And I'm glad that they went through those steps. And that's what's going to get him now, is that there is proof that all of these things are on his devices.
Right. I know when I made the call, I made sure they knew there was possible CP on the phones and devices.
Dreamer, this is regarding Ryan Snyder, and he was exposed in a predator sting on Saturday and arrested. And the charges have been upgraded since then, because they not only did he attempt to interact with a 13-year-old and claim to be interacting with a 9-year-old in inappropriate manners on social media, but they also found CP on his phone videos
Scam.
of minors. Yes, BB.
Off topic real quick.
Okay.
Our friend Gina is in the chat saying hello.
Oh, hey Gina.
She made it in.
I didn't see what her username was or anything, so.
Um, well, I'll send you it, but yeah, she's in here.
Okay, hey Gina, welcome in. This is what we do. He never admitted to the CP. He stated that in fact, he denied that. He said that nothing would be found on his phone. Yes, I'll show you his photo again.
Hold on. He admitted to law enforcement that he had it.
Correct.
Oh, okay. He didn't admit it to
They
you
did tell us
guys.
that.
He admitted to all that inside, right, Chris?
Yeah. Well, no. While they were over talking to him,
Oh, by the golf
they
cart.
were
Yes, yes,
inside.
yes.
They knew
You're
they
correct.
were going to arrest him
You're correct.
because the one officer told me, he's like, "Yeah, we're taking him."
Correct.
And I think that's when they told him no more beer. I believe that they knew right then that they were taking him.
Yeah.
And the sheriff even told them to turn around and make sure they take him.
Wow.
And,
Well, I
and
think
the exact words from
I
the
think
officer,
another really.
because I had
Go
talked to
ahead.
the officer about the law for Ohio, the way it's wrote, and he was like, "Well, that's true," but he admitted so much to them that they had enough for an arrest.
That's awesome because the thing that kind of gets me is that there have been other cases where you had very similar type of, evidence, let's say, and, they didn't arrest them. So it's
Yeah,
so
but we
crazy
don't know
different from county to
exactly what he
county.
told.
I know that one thing that they said came into play though too was that he was so close to a school.
Right.
Correct.
But like I was saying, we don't know exactly, word for word what he told law enforcement because they pulled him away from us. Uh, but they did say that he admitted to having the images.
Multiple.
That's why they wanted the computer and the phone.
Wow. Yeah, and in that document that I showed you, they only mention one video, but I'm sure that there is more.
Right.
I'm sure that
But
there
that
is more. It sounds like he
We've got
admitted to
hours
there
and
being
hours.
more.
They're gonna have to go through that computer with a fine tooth and comb. I mean, there's so many spots on a computer that you can put stuff.
Yeah.
But Chris, the video was found hidden in the phone.
Right. In the gallery, yeah.
Correct.
So I mean, I'm saying they're still going through everything. So yeah, there's probably definitely going to be more charges.
I wonder if that was the video that he was telling about that he had.
That he didn't have.
That's the video that they found is what
Uh-huh.
that he told
Right.
the stupid girl about the 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Right.
Pink Survivor, we don't know if he was on TikTok doing this stuff. We haven't been able to determine if he had a TikTok account. But I mean, this is kind of a call to action here, right now. If anybody knows whether he had a TikTok account and what that username is or was, please reach out to either Epic or to me, so that we can research that, because he may have been here on TikTok. You never know, interacting with minors, or doing inappropriate things. We don't know. He was, in this instance, he was doing everything on Facebook, um, Facebook and Facebook Messenger.
This right here should each one of you guys should learn from this. You guys need to watch what your kids are doing.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough because there's possibly a 9-year-old that was talking to him, and their parent, that 9-year-old parent, probably still don't know unless Ohio reach out to them.
Yep.
Because we don't know who the 9-year-old was.
No.
Better believe if I knew who it was, we'd be on the phone.
I believe that Epic Girl was trying to get information on the 9-year-old during the conversation, but she couldn't push it real far, because if she did, then she didn't want to spook him, right? So she was asking things like, oh, well, what's her name? Where does she live? And I think he said she lives in Texas. So she was trying to get some information, but she couldn't get too, too pushy with the questions,
If she would have joined that chat that he was wanting, then she could have been in the same predicament that he's in, because she's talking to a child.
Right. She could not get into that group chat that he was inviting her to. Right. So
Correct.
she was just trying to get information
Get off
about.
of that and tell him no.
Yeah. Oh, she kept telling him no, and he kept insisting on trying to get her into this rectual group chat with minors.
Hey,
So
Chris, if I
he's
remember,
it's Ansonia, Ohio, Dark County.
hey Chris, if I remember correctly, didn't Epic Girl say that the girl he was getting her up there in about 2 weeks?
Um,
They were coming down
yeah,
for a visit or something like that.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Guys,
So
up in the top left-hand corner, I put up a poll. It has all Scam's contact information, also Epic's Facebook page. If y'all could go give them a follow.
Thank you.
awesome.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
Harmony, thank you, BB. Harmony, this
Hmm.
is Ryan Snyder, and he was busted in a predator sting on Saturday in Ansonia, Ohio. And he was arrested as a result. And so we just got finished watching a recap of the video that happened live on Saturday and went through some of his court documents to show updates as to his charges and his bail conditions if he gets bail. Right now, there's a $75,000 cash bond, and he is not out as of now. So yeah, does anybody have any questions? You can either ask in the chat or you can join the box and feel free to ask any questions or provide any feedback about this situation. Breast Cancer Warrior says the document says he's 42 because people were asking his age. Thank you. Very observant. She's one of my mods. Thank you. Yep, and you can feel free to follow any of us, and message us with any information that you might have about this gentleman or this case. Beams is saying, does that mean $7,500 cash bond? I don't believe so. He has to come up. My understanding with my discussion with Chris earlier today is that he needs to come up with the full amount.
Full amount of property.
Yes. So the father could potentially put the house up as collateral.
Correct.
If it's worth more than 75,000. I don't know if his father will do that. So far, that has not happened. Misty says, does anyone know what his family thinks about this?
We can't really say because we
I
don't
don't.
know Dana's ex-sister-in-law.
Harmony, we have not found a TikTok account as of yet.
But if anybody knows of a TikTok account for him, or if you think you may have seen him and may know a username on TikTok, please let me know. He was active on Facebook and he was interacting with minors. We do know he was interacting with minors on Facebook. I can show you his Facebook. He's under that name, Ryan Snyder, on Facebook. What? Brittany said even though he admitted it, there's at least one person posting hashtag free Ryan. Where are
Where's
they
that
posting
at?
that?
Yeah, where are they putting that at? I just asked. I'd like
On her own Facebook page. So somebody's personal Facebook page. Wonder if it's like a relative or if it's the girlfriend or I don't know, but
Everybody said that he was single.
right.
no, but he said he had a 33-year-old girlfriend.
My phone's going dead.
Brittany said it's a cousin.
Oh, that's why.
Oh my gosh. So his cousin wants to hashtag free Ryan. Give me a
Wow.
break. Give
Wow.
me a break.
Hey, I'm gonna have to Google that.
Yeah, we have to look up what this hashtag free Brian's about. Mm-mm. No,
Yeah.
not free Brian. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
He might get free in a while, but not now.
Yeah.
Brittany, you can send the name. You don't have to send it on here. You can do it in the DMs of that page, please. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd just be interested to know who's wanting him to be free at this
Mm-hmm.
point. I mean, he literally, during the video, he literally admitted to doing everything, and then he admitted even more to the cops when the cops interviewed him. And then there's proof that there's stuff on his phone. They found it. I
He
mean,
seemed as if he was relieved that it was
is
found.
he gonna be one of them guys that says, "Oh, my phone was hacked"? Like, come on. That's what they always say, right? My phone was hacked.
My sister stole my phone.
My computer was hacked. Like,
The only one that could hack it would be his dad or play on
no,
it.
no,
Right?
but that's like a common excuse. I must have been hacked. That wasn't me.
Very true.
Or Mark Russell. Oh, that wasn't my phone. That was her phone.
Yep.
That was that was her phone. She was doing all that. Such a liar.
And guys, this needs to see that even at the young ages of 9 and 8 years old, we have to make our children aware of what is going on. It's
Yeah.
not a conversation what you want, but it has to be done because they could go to their friend's house and something could happen. They just really need to learn early.
Yeah, you don't know who to
And
trust anymore.
Uh,
they could be interacting on Facebook or on social media with people that they think are other kids, that they think are you think they're just talking to their friends from school or from their sports team or whatever, and they might
yeah.
not be. They could literally be adults. It might not be their friends. Or it might not be other children. It could be adults. Ben Halo, not so much on Mark. I think Mark was okay. Mark was live, like maybe 7 to 10 days ago, but it wasn't very long, and I think he was still begging for like a bus ticket, and he still does have that newer Cash App that he put out there, and I was encouraging everybody in the Discord to report his Cash App for scam and all that. So he hasn't been back on since then. Um, and the local organization, which had tried to help him because they didn't know about his past, they're no longer helping him. I had about an hour, 1 to 2 hour long conversation with the lady who works for the organization that had tried to help him and get him into a rehab where he would have shelter, and they gave him groceries and hygiene items, and he supposedly was starting a job on Monday, but he always says that, right? But supposedly he was all lined up, with everything. They gave him clothes, all kinds of stuff. And the very first night he was there, he got kicked out. And she was told by the facility that they kicked him out the very first night because he did something sexually inappropriate at the facility the very first night. And they wouldn't say what it was. They said it was so bad that they didn't even want to say what it was. So he ended up back in Anderson, South Carolina, where he was at. All right. He ended up back there he went to the facility Friday. By Easter Sunday, he was back in Anderson. I don't know how he got back to Anderson. I don't know where he got money to do that, but because they paid for him an Uber to go 30 miles away to this facility.
He
And
wanted
somehow he
another
ended up
tent
back in
again.
Anderson. Yeah, somehow he ended up back in Anderson by Easter Sunday, and she told him they weren't helping him no more. And she said, as far as she knew, that he was panhandling around, and every time he was able to scrounge up at least $60, he would get a hotel room because there's like a cheap place where you can get a hotel room for like $60. That's what he would do when he could get up enough money to get a hotel room. He'd get a hotel room. She said that he does not hang around with a lot of the other homeless people that are there in that area. She said a lot of them hang out downtown where there are like churches and uh, excuse me, a lot of resources, okay, for the homeless population. But he does not hang out with them. And she speculated that she believes that the homeless people in that area, they know about his past, and he's been pretty much like kind of shunned from their little, you know, group of people. They don't want him around down there. So he hangs out on the outskirts of town, you know, the suburb area, and he panhandles. He's pretty much a loner. He's pretty much a loner. Like a lot of people know, you know, the word has gotten out about his past and what he's done, and yeah, they don't want to be around him. They don't want someone like that in their, you know, around them or in their little groups. So so yeah. So that's all I know on Mark for right now. The most recent update. And the lady from the organization is wonderful. Like she didn't know any of this stuff with Mark until he got kicked out of the facility, and she decided to look into him a little bit more and like Google his name, and she came across one of the links to one of my YouTube videos popped up about Mark Russell, and she saw one of the videos that I had posted about Mark Russell, and she left a comment on my YouTube page and asked how she could get in contact with me directly. And I replied and I gave her my email address, and she sent me a very long, extensive email about everything that she tried to help him with, and, you know, about the situation. And then we arranged a phone call as well. And she gave me even more details. And I was able to share a lot more with her that she wasn't aware of, because she really had just seen a couple of you know, YouTube videos and things like that. So yeah. So if there any other questions about Ryan Snyder, or I'm bringing Chris back up here. Anything else that the Epic team wants to add about Ryan Snyder?
I hope he stays in.
I want to add that he's in the place where he deserves to be.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he needs a little more.
Hey, we ought to do a hashtag keep him locked up.
Yeah, this hashtag free Ryan is some BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out.
Yep.
Go ahead.
We will you know, we'll try to, you know, keep people updated as to what's going on, but honestly the best way to get updates is to follow the Facebook group. I'll show what that is if you're not already following. Let me open that up for you. Give me a second here. Make sure you're following. Here we go. Exposing Predators of Innocent Children Facebook group. When they do have live exposures, they are on Facebook Live, that you can watch them live and interact. And all of the previous ones are posted here on their page too. I was sharing that we were going to be live. You know, the documents are shared here, and here's the videos. There's a couple of video clips. I just put them all together in one video clip. There's where he was getting arrested. This is another part of a video. So I put them all together into one. This was funny. This is when Chris was on it. I guess y'all were on your way to go visit Ryan.
Harmony, no, there's no change in that situation.
I always post, try to post something to let people know, hey, we're going to be live soon, without telling them we're going to be live soon.
Right. So, and if you have, if you have any other questions or concerns, you can feel free to send a message on Facebook Messenger to the group.
Also, in the poll in the top left is for any information that you missed for access.
We can't see a poll on the top left.
It's a little blue
Like
notebook.
a blue, yeah, with a check mark on it. When you
There you
open
go.
that up,
I see it.
yeah,
Okay.
that'll show you Discord, everything.
Awesome.
Yep, all the info is there for you. Thank you, BB. Yeah, the clipboard. It's a little blue clipboard. So yeah, if you have anything you need or want to share regarding Epic, you can send that to through Facebook Messenger. If you don't have Facebook, you can always email me. I can make sure that I get any information to the Epic team. We're all in a group chat. BB and I are moderators now on the Facebook group, so that'll be interesting too.
Whoop, we're moving on up.
And so we'll be helping in that capacity as much as we can as well.
And
So
Chris,
Yeah.
go ahead, Chris.
Do what?
I was going to say, we do have all the contact information. If somebody should reach out with information or whatever and needs to contact or talk to them, we have all the information, correct?
For the detective, yes.
Correct. Okay.
yeah, so if anybody needs to contact the detective, they should message the Facebook page, correct? And then you can get back to them, Chris.
Yeah, I'm the one that normally answers most of the messages on there, so I try to answer them as quick as I can.
Misty says, how long did it take for Ryan to get caught? Well, he had started talking to the decoy back in February, and then there was a break of about a month where there really wasn't any communication. I don't know if he kind of got spooked, or maybe he was taking time to speak with other minors. Who knows? Like, we don't really know what happened during that 3 to 4 weeks where there was kind of a lull in the conversation, and then he came back to it. And so they've been speaking off and on since February, and the Epic team went and confronted him on Saturday, and he was arrested that same day. And the charges were just upgraded on what, Monday? Yeah, the charges were upgraded on Monday already. Anything else to add about Ryan Snyder?
Me, I was really surprised that they moved as quick as they did. I'm glad they did. Just because I know how Ohio law is, man. Ohio law states that it has to actually be a minor or law enforcement. Because I mean, that's what I was even telling the deputy out there. I'm like, I mean, I know you're not going to take him. He's like, oh yeah, we're taking him. I'm like, whoa.
Well, he did admit to interacting inappropriately with minors.
Right.
Real minors.
Right.
So I think that made a big difference. And I also, again, really think it made a difference because he was so close to the school.
Oh,
and
yeah, the one deputy told us that it had to do with the school.
Yeah.
Right.
TikTok sucks. Did you mean to request a box? If you want the box, just say box in the comments and I'll make sure to bring you up. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't an accident. Yes. All right. Perfect. Thank you. I'm going to bring you up now. Welcome in, TikTok sucks.
Yeah.
How are you tonight?
Welcome in.
I did want to tell a true story about my kids being targeted in a Walmart parking lot. And this is a real thing. People will target families with maybe a mom and a kid or whatever into a parking lot. And you have to really watch yourself because if they're near a exit system of like an like a interstate to where they can get away, they will try it. So everyone has to be aware of this for their children, that these people do not only do it through the internet, but they will actually hijack people,
Yeah, they kidnap. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And
I mean, look at how many kidnappings are happen every year. I mean, it's. It's horrible.
Yeah, and that's what I want to say. With I think my kids were potentially hijacked for that, and they got away from it, and had to go into the store and say, have someone come out and escort us to our car. So this is a real thing. I mean,
It's very real.
every mother out there with children, be careful of your kids,
Mother and father.
especially. That's all I got to say. All right, thank you.
Thank you,
But thank you
TikTok
for sharing.
sucks.
Hey,
I
Have a good
appreciate
night.
I appreciate that reminder about that. I mean, it's not just making sure that you're aware of what's going on with your children on social media, but it's making sure that they're properly being supervised. Anywhere out in public. And they're here. Look, they're showing the school. In case you didn't see that part, there's the school right across the street.
Scam.
Yes.
I just posted a link in our chat.
Okay.
Can you open that link and play it?
Yeah. Let me see what it is.
It's a interview on YouTube. They posted it on X, but it's something that I think everybody should watch.
I saw that, but I don't know who that person is. Like I watched it earlier.
That's Tim Tebow.
Okay, but I don't. Without me researching it, like I'll play it, but I can't verify the accuracy of it. Let me just say that.
I would tell you if it came from him, it's 100%.
That's well, I'm going to put out that disclaimer because
Right.
I haven't
That's fine.
because I haven't checked into it enough to know whether it's accurate. But we will watch it because if the facts that he shows are true, it is very significant here.
Hey, Matt, to share with you is every red dot on that. So first of all, that is a DOJ of the red dot map. And every this is over the last 30 days, and every red dot on that map is at least one unique IP address of individuals downloading, sharing, distributing child abuse and rape images under the age of 12. There's over 111,000 of them just in the U.S. of the last 30 days.
30 days.
And I wanted to bring that because I think it brings to life so much of the evil that we're trying to face. And people will say, well, that's just over there and it's in those countries and it's all of those places. And it's not. Sean, it's right here in our backyard. Mm-hmm. It is right here. Yeah. And out of everyone, and some people will say, okay, well they're just downloading and sharing it and distributing it, but they're not. 55 to 85% are also hands-on offenders, and your average offender has 13 victims in their lifetime. 13 victims. Every one of those red dots is there's a boy or girl that is suffering on the other end of what they're sharing, downloading, or distributing. And I want to share that with you because I know that your heart breaks for them. And I think that map brings to life the evil that we're trying to fight. And it's why, one of our hearts is to get the Renewed Hope Act passed through Congress, because it takes the law enforcement officers right now and victim identification officers at C3, and they're amazing. Some of my favorite people in the world. But there's 7 of them right now at C3. There's how many? 7. 7 people to yes, and also ICACs are working on that. We love ICAC, and we need to enhance their funding because they desperately need it. Internet crimes against children, and they're awesome. 62 locations around the country, but primarily the ones that are also working on this are at C3. And we want to get the Renewed Hope Act passed because it would take it from 7 to 200. And now we have a much greater chance if we have all of those officers that are trained and equipped to be fighting against this evil. And again, that's the last 30 days. And that's not getting into live streaming or sextortion or grooming or so many of the other issues we're fighting. That is just in peer-to-peer networks of them sharing and distributing child rape images under the age of 12. This is 12 and under. 12 and under. 111,423 unique IP addresses.
Yeah, my only point was I didn't know where he got
And
those
some people will
statistics
say,
from.
well,
That's
that's
my
just,
only.
they're
Not
just
saying I don't
downloading
believe
it
it.
and they're just
I would just
sharing
love
it.
to like to know the
And,
source. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
Not just that easy. You have to go in, you have
I
to
thought you didn't know who he was.
download it, just,
Oh no, I
a
know who he is.
peer-to-peer,
Yeah.
and then you have to be able to download all of these images, and then you're sharing them. It's not like this just happens by accident. It's not like, oh, I just looked at a bad picture, and it's not like this is a photo of a baby in a bathtub. No, so many of these are brutal abuse of children. And
so you guys listen to what he just said is, this wasn't by accident. These people had to download the image, save it to their phone or computer, whatever, and then they had to upload it to send it to somebody else.
Their transactions.
Yeah, so you can't sit here and say, "Oh, it was, I got it by accident," or "I sent it by accident." Somebody sent it to me, and I accidentally sent it by accident. It's not an accident. You made a choice.
Yep, it was several steps involved in that process.
I can understand if it was one step, but when you're making 3 and 4 steps to give it to somebody else, that's no longer an accident.
Yep. You can find this. This is on X, also known as Twitter. Under right here, Colin Rugg, RUGG, posted this today. So we'll continue watching the rest of this. It's about a 6-minute clip, I believe, altogether.
And when we go back to those 50,000 boys and girls that are unknown in the ICSA database that we were talking about before, out of those 57,000, over 3,000 of them were infants or toddlers.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I didn't watch that part.
So if you say what's on our heart, and these are boys and girls that can't fight for themselves. They can't defend themselves. And yet, so many of us, myself for so long, did nothing to defend or stand up for them. And it is our heart that we would rally an army. And maybe we would even declare a national emergency to fight this evil. If this is happening in our backyard, and out of all those that have been rescued from, or out of all those that have been safeguarded and rescued from Renewed Hope 1, 2, and 3, more than half of those boys and girls have been right here in the U.S. So we think it's over there, it's over there, it's over there. No, yes, it is happening in other places, but it is happening in our country, right here, in our neighborhoods, in our backyards, in our families. And then we get into the fight against live streaming, and do you know the number one payer of live stream rape of boys and girls around the world? U.S. Not close. And in peer-to-peer sharing, we're third. China, Russia, America. Man. Sorry, I do get fired up about it. I do too, man. It's
We should be fired up about it.
How are you combating? Well, we're trying to do it in every area, in every way possible, whether that's with partnerships and nonprofits and law enforcement and rallying and task forces and legislation and lobbying, trying to get them to enhance the army per se in fighting this. And that's really what the Renewed Hope Act is for, but also getting the Renewed Hope operations more and more and more, and we're having more and more every day. But it's also, creating awareness. And I hate to use awareness because people say it all the time, and I don't want awareness for awareness' sake. I want people to be aware so we act to do something. I think we really have to change laws and legislation, and I believe there's a lot of people in Congress and in DC that want to change it, but we have to get it done. We have to protect these boys and girls, and I know we have to figure out budgets and balances and all these important things. But what does it matter if we figure out a budget, but our boys and girls in our backyard are being raped and abused? Like, let's make the main thing the main thing. This should be a main thing. Like, this has to be a main thing.
No matter where you're watching Sean Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.
There you go. So there's that clip.
It shows you that right here in our backyard, it's happening every day, guys.
Absolutely.
You guys got to check your kids' devices. Quit being friends to your kids. Be a parent first.
Well said.
I mean, I can't stress that enough. I've seen so many people like, oh, I don't want to invade my kids' privacy. Okay, then then your child becomes a victim because you didn't want to invade their privacy. We don't need that. There's too many victims out here.
Yep. And unfortunately, there's more and more every day.
And I mean, there's groups like us and Bikers Against Predators and Big Country, PCI. I mean, I can go on and on. We're catching guys every day, and we're not even putting a dent into this.
Yeah. But you are making a difference. And even if it's just one person at a time, one predator at a time, I should say, it's making a difference. And you
Oh
still,
yeah.
you can't, got to keep fighting the good fight.
If we save one kid, we did our job, and I can tell you right now, Epic has saved several kids.
Yep. Absolutely. And you've made, communities safer. And, I'm just so glad that the police cooperated with you on this case. I hope they continue to do so and give you updates. And, I hope that this is a trend that some of these DAs and police departments, will continue to work with you and cooperate more with the with your efforts. I think that this, at least in Dark County, you were able to now at this point kind of build up a good rapport with them and make a good impression on them. So maybe they at least maybe will be more likely to continue to cooperate with you in the future if you have any cases in that county.
Yeah.
But what
They
gets
seemed
is the sheriff's deputy said they have a case a day in that county.
Wow.
that county worked with you guys so much better than the others, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
And there's counties out here that want to do it.
Mhm.
It's just you get these, and I'll tell you, it's the bigger counties that don't.
Correct.
Uh, just because they feel like their crime rate is so high that they don't have time. Well, if you guys could have heard the way the deputy was telling us, he said that his sheriff, when he ran, that he ran when he did his political party stuff. He said he ran on telling everybody he was going after drugs, and he said that their jail was so small that they got to send all their prisoners to all these other counties, but the sheriff finds a way to pay for that. And
Mhm.
he said he told him, he says, I want guys in handcuffs. If they're breaking the law, they're in handcuffs. And I believe cold heartedly he's going to clean that county up one way or another.
Well,
I give
that's
him kudos. He's trying.
Yeah.
that's good, and that's all of us. That's all any of us can do. Is to
I
try
think
the
he
best we
said
can.
I think he said there's like I'm wanting to say 30 or 40 beds in that jail, and there are probably 3 or 4 times that many people in the jail already.
That is a correct statement.
So
Wow.
he's putting them in there. If they're breaking the law, he's gonna put them in there, and he's gonna ship you to other counties. So don't mess up in Dark County.
Yep.
I just wish my county was like that. I mean, they're smacking people on the wrists. You know, you can go and penetrate a little girl and get 4 years house arrest. And that was a family member of mine.
Mm.
Wow.
Mm. 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 Well, any final thoughts about our discussion on Ryan Snyder or what happened, or any of the updates or anything like that? Because if not, I have some scammers to cover for those of you who are interested in talking about some of the beggars and scammers on TikTok that have been active today. And it's just going to be kind of a scammer roulette because I'm just going to look at who was live today and just do kind of like a little brief summary of what I know. And maybe some of you can share what you know if you've happened to see their live streams today.
I can't see my favorite person anymore. He blocked me.
Mark?
Yes, ma'am.
Mark. I think I'm Mark's favorite person.
You guys can battle it out.
He loves you, buddy.
Good night, Andrea. Thank you for all your help. So,
Good night, Andrea.
yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna go through I'm gonna go through some of the people, some of the scammers and beggars who were live today, because you guys know I post a lot of them on my YouTube, and we can kind of do a little summary. I know that you are going to want me to address Lisa. And if you guys, Chris and Lee, if you want to stick around in the box, that's cool. If not, that's cool too, because I know this is not your forte.
Oh, it's my forte, but I got to get up at 4 a.m. So.
No worries. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you and everything you do. Wonderful job, and we'll try to keep the updates coming. And we're gonna, keep doing what we're doing, and I'm gonna try to help you guys as much as I can. You know that.
Yep, we appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate you as
Have
well.
a good night, guys.
Good night.
Talk to you tomorrow, guys. Night.
So yeah, Lisa was live as of when I went live. She had been live 5 times today. They were very brief live streams, ranging anywhere from about 2 to 17 minutes. So she wasn't live for very long periods of time, but she was live 5 times. And it's just the same old story. She's getting angry because people are confronting her about the voicemail where she wished harm on people and their children. They are bringing up the fact that she got, I believe, $350 from someone who was a nurse, and they are bringing that up in the comments. That is angering her quite a bit. Hey, Granny Annie. She is continuing to ask for money for food and saying she hasn't eaten in a million days. And cigarettes. She needs cigarettes too, you guys. And she actually made a statement tonight about how it used to be so easy for her to, hey, OG. She made a comment in one of the live streams I watched where she was mad, and she was saying it used to be so easy for me to just get somebody to send me just like $20-$30. It used to just be so easy. Like somebody would just send it to me, and now like somebody only sent me $2, and she was crying and saying, I only have $2. And it's like, and then she said that she talked to her counselor today, and that she was telling her counselor, like, wow, people used to help me all the time in the past and send me $20-$30 a pop. And now over the last few weeks, when I really, really need help, nobody's helping me. So like my first thought when she said that was like, oh, okay, so what? In the past, she didn't really, really need help, but now all of a sudden she really, really needs help. Like, I mean, it's just a lot of it is the same old stuff that she's repeating, though, over and over and over again. Yeah, I've heard some stuff about English. I don't know if she's helping her behind the scenes or not. Nurse Amy gave her $345. That's what I heard. Thank you, Ghost. Hey, Heather. So yeah, I mean, but a lot of her begs are for the same stuff over and over again. She's saying for food and for cigarettes, and she's crying that she hasn't eaten and that she's homeless. And people keep, and I love that people keep calling her out in the comments, saying voicemail over and over and over again, and saying like $350 from the nurse, in the comments, because that stuff's true. From what I've seen, like to me, I've seen the evidence and it looks credible to me. But she's of course saying that everyone's lying on her, and she's further saying awful things about the nurse that gave her the money. She's like doubling down on it and saying awful things about the person. So, um, right, I heard that too, Callie. I heard that too, Callie, about that Michelle person. Yes, I heard about that too, biting. Yep, a terminal woman she scammed. Threat.
Scam.
No,
I'm
I
gonna
didn't hear
head to
about the
bed.
threat.
My
Okay, I know you
medication's
haven't been
kicking
feeling
in.
good. I hope you feel better.
Thank you, and I'll call you in the morning.
Okay, sounds
Good
good.
night, everybody. Thank you.
Good night. Biting. I didn't hear the part about unaliving herself relating to a highway. That part I missed somewhere. But Ricky Sin. Yeah. Well, we can talk about him. He wasn't live tonight. He was live yesterday though. He's been live over the past couple of days. Josai said her PayPal is negative $175, but people had to send her $175 and filed a claim. Wow. Yeah, I mean, she is going to have to do something. She's going to have to do something. I mean, is she getting to rock bottom? Like, I don't know. Ugh, it's really frustrating because it's like the same. It's kind of the same stuff every day. People are getting really sick of it. But I'm glad people are continuing to call her out in her chat, and I'm glad that it is harder for her to just get this money. She admitted it was easy money in the past. She admitted it. She admitted it. Um, so we'll see what happens with that. We'll see if she comes back live later tonight, or if maybe she'll come back on tomorrow. But yes, so Ricky Sin, let me show you who he is. If you don't know who he is, he was not live today, but he was live last night. And what I did was I watched Ricky Sin, and I took note of all of the people who were sending money. And then I made a video about it. And let me show you my video. Give me a second here. I will show you that. And I was calling out the people who sent the money. Because so far, like, I've been trying to, make a difference and stop the money train and all of that. And, I thought maybe, and I've been messaging people and stuff, but a lot of them have private accounts, so they're not getting the messages. So I thought, well, I'm going to try a new technique. When he goes live, as much as I can, I will post a video and show all of the people who agreed to, that sent money. And so I made this video, and these are the individuals. Look, I'm gonna show them again. Here, Lacey, Line Wife, Lacey, SAHM Wife, Lex 214 period underscore, Maisie Monet, Mama Bree, Brandy Bear 610. If you know any of those people, what I did was I made a video and I tagged them all in the video, and I also put their name as a hashtag. This Lacey person is in the comments defending him. Going back to biting, this is with regard to Michelle. Michelle reversed the money she gave LR, and that's why she's in the negative. Oh, and she also went to the cops in charge. Got you. Thank you, biting. Thank you, biting. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, this Lacey person was in the comments defending him. And this person, here, I'll show you the comments. Let's see. This Exo Lexi person, I believe, sent them $10 last night. And then because I tagged her, she saw it and she said, OMG, no, I'm so confused. Not me just finding this page. And she actually followed me, and I followed her back, and I sent her a few messages, and she at least responded and liked my messages. I told her where to find some more information about them on my YouTube page and stuff like that. So hopefully she will not donate to them anymore. And then this Lacey line wife, she was like, what the helly? And then she said, bro, calm down. Everything he does on social media is fake to get a reaction out of people like you, which leads to more viewers, which leads to more money. Don't knock the hustle. So I'm not going to go into all the responses, but me and quite a few other people responded to that comment with some truth. All right. So, yeah. So at least 2 people that I tagged last night did see the video. And so that's at least a good thing. And, even if I got to spread awareness, one by one about his scamming ways, that's okay. Lily says, can we cover TK and Kiss and how long they selling used Veps? I can't say the word in here. I know nothing about that, Lily. I honestly know nothing about that. I'm sorry. She said Michelle Perry is not the one that put her in the negative. It's another Michelle, Callie Cat says. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Was that a skit that him and Imogen did about their fight? No, I don't know. Nope. No. His actual account is Ricky Slay 96. And when I checked it last night after his live, all of his content was gone. Yeah, I've heard about their scams, but I honestly have not watched any of that. So I really can't even hold an educated discussion about it. I'm sorry. Yeah, his account is Ricky Slay 96. And when I looked at it after last night's live stream, he had dirty deleted all of his videos. Yeah, last night he's been saying for the past couple days that he was going to delete all of his social media accounts. But the thing is, he's done this before, right? When the heat gets on him, when people start, calling him out, he does that. He said that he was going to delete his accounts, but that Imogen was still going to keep her account. So it sounds like he's just going to have Imogen beg on her account. Like, yeah. No, that was real, Misty. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to play the whole thing here, but it's in this playlist on my YouTube, right? If you go into the playlist, it says Ricky Sins 96. I'm pretty sure I put it in this playlist too. It was from 429 Imogen. This one. This is the video. Imogen Big Leo Mama 429.95, and it has a trigger warning on it. It's 44 minutes long, and he was mistreating Imogen and the baby. He threw their stuff outside. He was fighting with her. He was insulting her. He was gaslighting her. And then when the baby was fussy, she wanted to breastfeed the baby, and he would not let her nurse the baby. In fact, he would not even let her hold the baby. And he was accusing her of harming the baby and accusing her of doing rugs, which it didn't sound credible, like, at all. Like, at all. Like, it just sounded like he was just making up a bunch of stuff. He was pissed that she went live during the argument and was exposing stuff. She also even admitted that, they had collected thousands of dollars. Like, they collected thousands of dollars for them to move in an apartment. She admitted that it wasn't an apartment. She said that it was all a lie. And it was. They were staying in an Airbnb. And they got kicked out after like a week? I mean, they weren't even hardly there long. And this is what happens every time they go to live somewhere. He is always the cause of wherever, like, whatever happens, like getting them kicked out and everything else. You're right that one of the scammers went to jail. I don't know about that, Ben Halo. News to me. Not that I'm aware of. But yeah, so I haven't seen Ricky Sins live at all today, but yesterday, yes, they were live and they were begging for like $60 or $80 to pay for a hotel room. And him and Imogen and the baby, he claims, are living in the car. I don't know if that's true or not. they could have somewhere to stay. They could be staying with Ray. Who knows? So, but definitely scammers. Definitely scammers. And if you haven't seen this video, that's the one where you see him mistreating Imogen and the baby. And Imogen claims that he has treated Ray, baby mom number 2, the same way. So, yeah. But now she's back with him, and lying for him. Who else was live today? Early this morning, Tejo Trish was live. I only recently started watching some stuff about Tejo Trish and posting stuff. But Tejo Trish is in the hospital. Tejo Trish has been in the hospital for the past few days. Trish has very serious open wounds on the arms and I believe the legs and feet. Trish claims that it's from when they went to Cambodia like a couple years ago, and they've been having these things pop up ever since then. And I don't believe that to be true at all. These sores, these open sores on the skin, to me appear to be from rug use. They are wounds that typically occur from using rugs that are laced with trank, also known as xylazine, meaning that it's usually like horse or some type of animal tranquilizer. It has been very common in Kensington for many years now, and it's been spreading all over the country where the DDs are putting tranquilizers into the rugs. And it eats away their flesh. And not even just where they inject. It can actually come out like on any part of their body. It usually starts on the extremities and the limbs. And that's what it looks like is happening here. And it was really, really bad a couple days ago. And people were begging here back on the 10th, begging Trish to go to the hospital. I noticed a few weeks ago when I was watching before my vacation that Trish's hands, especially the left hand, was really, really swollen. And that's another sign of this type of infection, is that their hands and their fingers, their arm gets really, really like red and swollen and all of that. And you could see that weeks ago already. And you could tell that there were some wounds on the arms that Trish was trying to cover up and things like that. But every now and then you'd see them on screen. And they've continued to get worse. And Trish had not gotten them treated to the point that here on the 10th, it was really, really bad. And then Trish finally went to the hospital on the 11th and has been in the hospital since then. Oh, okay. Yeah, invisible. Yeah, so it's actually a really, really sad situation. And I think what makes it worse is that Tejo Trish is in complete denial and is saying that these infections and these wounds are from something else. Tejo Trish has been claiming that they're clean and that they're not doing rugs. But there have been a lot of instances, too, on previous live streams where, Trish was nodding off and slurred speech, incoherent, saying odd things that didn't make sense, stumbling, off balance, all very serious signs of rug use. So there's a lot of denial going on here, and it's actually really, really sad. Who's Michelle Lammer? I don't know who that is, Breezy. You're going to have to let me know. I don't even know who that is. So Teo Trish was live early this morning. And I don't think they've been back on since. I don't know if they're still in the hospital because Teo said that she was leaving, or he, she, they. I'm not sure which pronoun is appropriate for them, so I apologize because there have been several used in the past. So I'm not trying to be insensitive to that. I'm not sure which is appropriate at all. I try to just call, say Trish. Trish said that they were leaving the hospital this morning. So I have not heard anything since about Trish. Another person that was live today, and I haven't seen the lives, excuse me, was, their name now is FICO 809, but their username used to be Blue Eyes 4117. And apparently, she was live saying some wild things today. If you recall, it seemed like she had been live maybe a month or two ago, and she was intoxicated, and she's been caught in a lot of lies and things like that, saying really bizarre things. I believe she lost custody, or at least temporarily, of her son because of it. And some other things. She was saying really mean things to him and calling him a POS and all of that kind of stuff. She wants bathing soap. She doesn't have soap? I don't get it. I didn't get to watch any of her lives today, but she was live several times. I think I might have one or two more to still upload from tonight. But yeah, I guess she was claiming now that she has a husband, and she does not have a husband. I just know I was seeing some comments going on in my Discord where they were kind of discussing what was happening in her lives today. And apparently there were some very bizarre things going on. So to be honest with you, I haven't gotten to watch all these, but I'm going to try to get caught up and watch these to find out what actually has been going on with this person today, because they were live at least 5 or 6 times. All right. I have 4 videos uploaded, but I think there's another 1 or 2 that I need to add to that. Who else was live? Let's see. Your girl Kizzy. Anybody remember your girl Kizzy? Did anybody happen to catch any of her lives? Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I don't know about the soap thing. What's the deal with the soap? Does she need special soap or something? I don't get it. Oh, you're very welcome, Fishing Girl. Thank you. You know Kizzy. So this is another one. She was live 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. Lori Jones. Yes, I have her on my list, but I haven't watched her. I know there's so much always going on with Lori Jones. But your girl Kizzy was live 3 times in the early morning hours. Hey Tess. And I didn't get a chance to watch them, but she was live on TikTok, Sunflower. Did anybody see her lives today? Hey, Beauty. Did anybody see any of her lives? Oh yeah, Kizzy's friends with Lori Jones. That's right. They go into each other's lives and stuff like that. Yeah, well, if you missed them, if you missed her lives, they're here on my YouTube. They were early this morning. She was live for 3 minutes and 47 seconds, 15 minutes, and then another 27 minutes. Again, haven't had a chance to watch those yet. But I thought maybe, someone had seen them. Patricia says shampoo, hygiene products, sheets, makeup, and jewelry. That's what the Blue Eyes person was begging for? Oh. I don't know, Sunflower. You're talking about the mom, right? You're done with eBay? Why are you done with eBay? Wow, really, Patricia? So she was just coming straight out and begging now. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch Blue Eyes. Yeah, I think that it was mentioned that your girl Kizzy, that her mom was in hospice, and but I'm not sure. Kizzy says she's on home hospice? Yeah, I don't know about that. Really? Kizzy says she is herself. I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to catch up on her videos from today. She doesn't go live all the time. She doesn't go live as often as she used to, but she was live 3 times early this morning. Probably when you were asleep, but I was still up because I stayed up all night. So yeah, I definitely got to catch up with her. Like, I have a whole list of videos that I have to watch. Kizzy says it's regarding herself. She's been saying this for months. Okay, I got to get caught up. Let's see, who else was live today? Hippie Harley was live today, but I didn't see any of her lives. She was live at least twice. I don't normally watch Hippie Harley at all, but if you want to catch up on her, she's posted. Jeff was live several times. Does anybody know what happened with Jeff today? Because I did watch his lives from yesterday. I didn't watch his from today, but I watched his from yesterday. And yesterday there was a guy. I don't know what's going on with Shawnee because I think he's mainly been on Favorited, and so I haven't been on Favorited at all, unfortunately. Oh, okay, Breezy, thank you. Yeah, Jeff was live, and I have his lives posted. I haven't watched them. My sister was live? You mean Windwalker? Was Windwalker live today? Self-tapping screws? No. Okay, Beauty. Okay, Tebow. You talking about Tebow? Okay, Beauty's talking about Tebow 8907. Okay, so Tebow 8907 was live the other night, and he was getting called out by all kinds of people who said that they sent him money and they wanted him to pay them back. And he was like saying, okay, like, I'll pay you guys back, blah, 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 blah. Like, and then he just like rage quit. And then he did, and he didn't come back. And then his account's gone now. Tebow 8907 is gone. His account's gone again. He was live off and on for like 2 days, but people were like calling him out so bad. He was like, oh, he was using this big sob story about, I don't have any dog food and my dog hasn't eaten in days. And then he's talking to his dog saying, I'm so sorry, my doggy, whatever the dog's name is. I'm so sorry, doggy. Daddy doesn't have money for food right now. You're just going to have to wait until Daddy gets paid on Friday. Like, and he's lying. But yeah, his count is gone. Yeah, no, I didn't see that Windwalker went live, Josette. Oh, Country Boy. Yeah. You know who else it sounds like? Jordan Paul. Ben Halo. Yeah, we're sisters, right? Josh and Ada was supposed to call out Beth Osborne tonight. Josh made a post about Beth talking about... Oh, really? Oh. I didn't know about that. Thank you, Marlisa. How about Matt? Matt wasn't live today, but he was live yesterday. I've only seen a couple of clips from yesterday. No, she's not my sister, but Windwalker said she was my sister. She was live one time and was like, Scamslam's my sister. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I made a whole video about it. No, Windwalker has not been on. True Knowledge is in love. Oh my gosh. I saw that he went live, but I didn't get a chance to watch him. I was getting ready for this live tonight, getting all my clips and my information ready. So that his will be uploaded onto my YouTube because I missed it. I'm sure some other people missed True Knowledge too. They probably missed this live stream. Look, when all this ends, when this live ends tonight, I have work to do. I got to get a bunch of stuff uploaded because I got to watch that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, she says that, but I have no idea where it came from because I don't know her at all. Who else was live today? Okay, so Jeff was live today, but I didn't see his lives. I saw his lives yesterday, and I'm like wondering, it's so hard, lying liars. I don't know why he was live today because he had got some money yesterday when he was begging, and some guy approached him while he was on live. He was sitting outside of his hotel room, and he was live, and some guy came up to him and offered him a drink, and he was like, no, I don't drink, because I guess it was alcohol or something. And then they got into this conversation, and this guy gave him $45 cash in person. That's true, Lumpy. I talked to her family, though. They're in my Discord. And so we talk on there. I talk to her sister and her daughter on there. But yeah, like Jeff, some random dude gave Jeff $45 cash and told him to like use it, toward your hotel room tomorrow night or whatever. So that way it's one less thing for you to worry about and all this other stuff. But then he was live 5 times today. Is that right? Yeah. Oh no, that was yesterday. He was live. I don't have them uploaded yet. He was live 3 times today, I think. I still have to get them uploaded, or they're in the process of uploading. One or the other. Yeah. Yeah. So he was live several times. Oh, I think that guy really did give him $45. And then he's talking about how he's going to try to get some other job, but he's always saying that. I mean, I hope he really actually does it this time, but he was talking about getting some other job. He said that there's a place 6 miles away. It's a Campbell's soup plant, and he could ride his bike back and forth there, and it pays good money or whatever. So I don't know, like if that really is a thing. He said they have open interviews there next week. So if that is really true, I mean, I hope he gets the job. I do. I do hope he gets the job. I don't want bad for anybody. I do hope he gets the job. It's just that he has said things like this in the past to make it seem like he's really making all these efforts, when in a lot of times, like, it's been shown that he didn't really make the effort, or he didn't go to the interview, or he didn't apply or whatever. You don't want him handling your soup. Well, he's handling McDonald's right now. Yeah, the pets. He leaves the pets in the hotel room. No, he does not live in Ohio. He lives in North Carolina. Exactly, Breezy. I don't think it's going to stop him from going live. And then, he said that he is waiting on getting his taxes back. Like, hasn't everybody already gotten their tax money back by now? He said that he was waiting on getting his tax money back, his tax refund, and that he should have it in a couple of days, and that he was going to try to find a beater car for a couple $100 so he could buy a car, and that he was going to use some of it to like prepay for the hotel for a while or something. So like, I don't know what the status is with this whole tax return thing. I mean, that's what I mean. Doesn't everybody already get their tax returns? I don't know. He's saying he's getting his tax return in a couple days. He said he's going to get everything resolved with his license, his driver's license, from working, because he hasn't filed his taxes in several years. And apparently he's owed money back because he did work, not a lot, but I think in 2023 or 2024, he worked for maybe 5 months. Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. This is what he said. He said that he's getting tax money back, and he should be getting it back in a couple days. And he wanted to use a couple hundred. He wanted to get his driver's license issue resolved. And then he was going to try to find a beater car for a couple $100, and then he was going to use the rest to prepay for some of the hotel stuff. Yeah, that's true, Lily. But he doesn't owe child support. He doesn't have any children of his own. So I don't know. I got to catch up on why he was on begging today, because that guy gave him $45 cash yesterday, and people were sending him money yesterday. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, with him, it's just, he's been doing this for so damn long. Yeah, and he might owe back taxes, and he might also owe some penalties for filing late. Like, I don't know how that works, but who else was live today? Carol Edwards was live at least 4 times today. I didn't watch her either, but she was live. I'm just going to show you these people so that way you can keep an eye out for them in case you don't know who they are. Because a lot of times I'll bring somebody up and people are like, oh, I've never seen them before or whatever. So this is just a little like recap. Yeah, figure it out. Exactly. This is Carol Edwards. She was live at least 4 times today. Did not get a chance to watch her, but they are I have part 1 uploaded so far from today. She goes live almost every day. She has lots of videos. She gets very mad at me for posting her on YouTube. She comments on the YouTube videos. She said angry things to me because I post her on my YouTube. Carol battles Eddie. I don't even know who Eddie is. Good question, Tess. We have not heard anything. I have not heard anything about Amanda Bowden in a very, very long time. The last I had heard, which was a while ago even, was that her and Frank were not together and that she went back with some ex of hers. So other than that, I don't really know. You're right, Breezy. They should. Who else was live today? Tristan was live today. Again, I haven't gotten a chance to watch a bunch of these. When this live ends, I'm going to be going onto my own YouTube and watching, videos while I'm uploading even more. In case you don't know who Tristan is also known as Just Unk. And then there's like a number behind it, like Just Unk 47 or something like that. And Mexican Homie had covered him for a bit, and that's how I had actually found out about him. I don't know how I even keep up. Nick Harris, yes, Nick Harris was live yesterday and today. His live streams, I have 2 of his lives from today posted, but I know he has more, and so I'm going to work on getting those uploaded. I don't really watch Nick Harris, but there's a lot of my followers are interested in his live streams, and so they asked me to post them on my YouTube, and so I do post those. But I can't really comment a lot on it because I really don't enjoy watching him, to be honest. But yeah, Tristan is Just Unk. Oh, it's Just Unk DT. It's like just_UNK.DT. I had found out about him, again, I know I miss the homies. But I had found out about him by watching Mexican Homie, and I started just, recording him. I haven't gone live about him. I've only watched maybe 1 or 2 full live streams of his. So I can't really comment a lot. Is there anybody here who watches Tristan that can, give any info? Bree, yes, I have Bree posted. She's live for so long. Her live streams are hours, like 3 hours, and then she'll stop, and then she'll come back on for another 3 hours, and then she stops, she come back on for another 2 hours. Like, Eddie is King Cujo. He's always fighting with his wife. He's live now. Oh, I don't know who that is. If he's like some kind of person who battles or whatever, like, I'm not gonna know who they are. I don't normally watch battles like ever, But yeah, if you don't know who Tristan is, this is Tristan. I'll try to get updated. He don't battle just with Carol. Oh, okay, gotcha. I see. But yeah, I'll try to get a little bit more updated on Tristan. I can't really say too much about him. Who did I watch? Oh, there's some weird stuff going on with this guy. I don't know. I didn't watch today, but I watched him the other day. This with the wife who got kicked out with the storage unit. Tristan, I don't know. Yeah, Detroit Nike was live today. I think I sent it to you a while back, but I know you get busy. Yes, I do. There has not been any sightings of Big Mark in at least like 7 to 10 days. I forget when he was last live. It's been a while. Met most of these people watching Denny on YouTube. Oh, okay, Lumpy, gotcha. So, Santa Adam. Santa Adam, I guess he was like friends with Lori Jones, or Lori Jones was trying to be friends with him or something. Oh, Tristan is live right now? Okay. Yeah, I don't know enough about him to really like say a whole lot, but I've heard that Tristan's trying to be like Detroit Nike or something like that, or that he acts like him or something. I don't know. That's just what I've been told, but I don't know if there's any truth to that. I've only watched Tristan live one time, really. Like, I've only watched one of his full live streams, and on it, he was just like not saying much, and he was like really quiet. So to me, it didn't seem like Detroit Nike at all. Yeah, so Lori used to get in his box, and I think she was his mod, or trying to be his mod, or something. But like he recently changed his name, and it says like Bloody Santa something now. Like, it used to just be Santa Adam. Oh, you know everything about Detroit Nike. Oh, gotcha, TikTok stuff. This guy is really strange. Like, I know there were concerns in the past, too, because people were telling me that he was on there pretending to be Santa, and he would have minors in the box, or at least trying to come in the box or something. And now lately, like, he changed his username to like Bloody Santa, and then I heard him on there saying that he was gonna get revenge on people or something, and I don't even know who he's mad at. Like, I was trying to figure it out, and he's been doing a lot of lives where he's not dressing up like Santa anymore here. And then I saw one of his lives from the other day, and he was like hanging out at a bar. Like, I don't know. He was live at least 8 times today. I only got up to number 7, but he was live again, and I don't even actually have it uploaded yet. He was live 8 times today, which is a lot. Yeah, I just don't know, Lumpy Pillows. Like, I don't want to make any kind of accusation like that, but he does seem creepy to me. I'm going to try to watch his live streams from today, because he was live at least 8 times, and that's a lot. Andy came in his life and ran Lori off. Oh, is that how it happened? Yeah, I don't really watch Lori too much. She is just so out there, and there's so much. She brings in all these other characters that you have to try to keep track of. Like, she always has this mod and this friend and that friend, and then they're not friends anymore, and now they're her worst enemy, and like to me, it's just like so many people to keep up with. With her situation, and then all the court stuff going on and all of that. Like, I just watch bits and pieces. Like, I just watch bits and pieces of Lori. I normally just watch like clips that people post on TikTok and stuff. It's very rare that I like actually watch her live, but I do post her on my YouTube, because there are so many people that are interested. Of course, there are many others that post her too. Mickey Mouse fan does a great job on YouTube of covering Lori, but I post them as well. So yeah, she's like crazy. Yeah, me too, PNW. I can't. It's so hard to keep up with everything with her. But yeah, this guy. If anybody else has time, or you want a project, or you need something to watch, maybe check out this guy's lives from today. And if you see anything problematic or anything you think I should be aware of, let me know. I'm going to try to skim through them. I'm going to try to play them a little bit faster speed so I can get through them all. But he's been going live a lot lately, and some of his lives that I did see were very bizarre. Do you know about Faith? Faith who? Right, Lumpy? Another person that was live was Joe the Humble. One thing I want to say about Joe the Humble, I haven't watched him a lot, but he is live a lot. I have gotten clips of him saying really, really awful, vile things, especially about women. And what's concerning is on my YouTube page, there are women commenting on the videos I post of him, trying to talk to him and like flirt with him or something. Like, there's somebody that just commented today on one of the videos I posted saying, "Where have you been all my life?" with a heart. And I'm like, are you talking to me? Because this is my channel. Like, you're not communicating with Joe, you're communicating with me. And he is very vile. And and they're like, "Oh, you have beautiful eyes." And I'm like, are you talking to me? Because, yeah, I do have beautiful eyes, but, like, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't think you're talking to me. I think you're trying to talk to this guy. And he's a beggar. He's a scammer. Someone sent me a message saying that he doesn't live in a place because he has a bunch of past evictions on his record. I haven't actually checked to verify any of that. I'm just letting you know that somebody sent me a message saying that stuff. Thank you, Fireball. So yeah, like, people have sent me some messages about him. He is not a good guy at all. But apparently there are some women who think he's attractive, and they are trying to talk to him via my YouTube page, which is very, very bizarre. Very bizarre. And to me, if a man is speaking horribly about women and calling them the C word and a bunch of other things, yeah, that doesn't make them attractive at all. Not at all. And that's the kind of way he talks. So keep an eye out. He lost his main account recently, which is good, but he does have a backup that he's been going live on, and that is Joe, and then there's 2 underscores. So Joe __ the __ humble. Joe with 2 underscores, the 2 underscores, and then humble. That is his TikTok account name that he uses, and he has been live at least 6 times today. 6 times today. Who else was live today? Amanda Sutar. Does anybody know Amanda Sutar? Because Amanda Sutar is like a beggar OG. She's been around a long time. I have been watching her a very, very long time. She left TikTok quite a while ago and went on to YouTube, and she would go on to YouTube live occasionally, and now she's back on TikTok, and she's been going live multiple times a day now. I think that she has come back, and a lot of people are new to her and they don't know a lot of her past. She was live at least 3 times today. She lives in a shed on her mother's property, with just like an electrical cord to like plug stuff in, like charge her phone and whatever else, run a fan or a heater or something. She goes to the bathroom in a bucket, which her brother empties for her. Well, she's more than weird. She, several years ago, got pregnant and with a guy named Wayne Reed. And while she was pregnant, like, Wayne wanted nothing to do with her. So at that point, she wanted nothing to do with the baby. So she, and this is on video somewhere, because I've seen it. It might still be on TikTok somewhere. She was in like a kind of like a group home type of thing where pregnant women like live, and they help pregnant women and give them shelter and stuff. So she was in there, and there was a camera recording in there, and she was telling other individuals in this mother's home that she was trying to sell her unborn baby to a couple out of state who wanted it. So she was trying to sell her unborn baby. And then she gave birth to the baby, and the baby was taken from her care and adopted out. And she has since continued to try to kind of stalk Wayne Reed off and on since then. I had heard that a psychic told her that she should go and look for him because they were meant to be together or something. And so she traveled states and states and states away to Arizona to find him, to, I guess, declare her love for him again. And he wanted nothing to do with her yet again. And then she was stuck in Arizona for like a very long time, for months. She was homeless there and begging for money every day, begging for hotel money and everything else, and for food and stuff. Right, Lily? And then somehow I think she ended up getting to Texas for a while. And then eventually she was able to go back to Virginia, well, where her mother lives. When she went back to Virginia, she went to jail for a couple of months because she had a warrant out for her arrest. And my understanding is that she was charged because she falsely accused some type of minister or reverend or religious figure with grape. And apparently it caused a very, very big issue because it was a completely false charge, and it had, very bad implications. I'm assuming for like, the pastor and the church and the community and everything else. And she got charged for lying about that and went to jail. And then she had to pay court costs and fees and stuff like that. She did have a baby, but it was adopted. I don't think a relative has it. Not that I'm aware of. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a relative, but I know it was adopted out. She has no rights to that baby. She was trying to sell that baby when she was still pregnant. Hey, Marie. So, Amanda Sutar has a very, very long and disturbing history. And a lot of these people who are just coming across her now on TikTok don't know all this history with her. How she tried to sell her baby, how she was stalking Wayne Reed, how she falsely accused someone of rape and then went to jail for it. I mean, she's not a good person. And she scams on top of it. Okay? So, yeah. If you happen to see her live, now you know a little bit of her history. And there's so much more. There's a lot that you can find on YouTube, like old live streams and stuff like that of hers, because she's been around for years. Couldn't stand. I remember you couldn't stand all the way up. Who? I don't know you're talking about, Lumpy. Still ordering meds on Amazon. Probably. She doesn't talk about it like all that much, but yes, she had a very unhealthy obsession and or addiction with taking melatonin and saffron. And even though those are over-the-counter things that don't normally affect people in a I don't know, an inebriated kind of way, they do for her because she takes them in huge amounts. Oh, really, Jen? Yeah, she comes across real friendly, but she can get really nasty, especially if she doesn't have her coffee. There's a whole coffee freak out video somewhere. I'll have to try to find it for you guys. She flipped out because she ran out of coffee and nobody was sending her money to get coffee or order coffee, and she was freaking out and screaming, and she actually found some old coffee in some old jar that she had, like an old Dunkin' Donuts like jar or whatever container, and it had mold in it. And she scooped the mold off the top and drank it. Yeah, she was on saffron really bad. Saffron's supposed to be stuff that you use to cook with. She was talking about like 300 and a few days of that saffron stuff. Yeah. It can cause psychosis. It can also cause digestion problems. It can have very serious health effects overtaking that saffron stuff. Yes, and she talks to her deceased father. There are times where she has sent money to psychics to try to talk to her deceased father, and they are obviously just taking advantage of her and like making stuff up and claiming to talk to her deceased father and giving her messages from her father and all this stuff, and then and she lives off of like SSI or SSD, and she's spending a bunch of her money on these psychics. And then at the end of the month, she don't have money for her coffee or her saffron or her melatonin or her cigarettes or whatever, and then that's when she gets mad and she's freaking out. Yeah. Just chatting about your kitten. Yeah. Well, Jen, for a while she wanted to get a kitten, and she should not have a kitten. She literally lives in a tiny little shed. Like, it would not be good for her to have a kitten trapped in that shed with her. And that shed got to be nasty. Look, there was a time period where she was wearing. Look, has anybody been around during the camo onesie days with her? She was wearing this camouflage onesie. I'm not kidding. And she don't shower. She don't go in the house to shower or nothing like it. I can't imagine the smell in that place, and going to the bathroom in the bucket and all of that. Like, I just can't even imagine. But she was wearing that camouflage onesie. I'm not kidding, because she was live all during that time for 8 months straight. 8 months straight. Ben Halo says, can we talk about at least for a minute about that t-shirt and how she was proud to wear it? Oh, I didn't know about that. Well, I heard about the t-shirt, but I didn't know that. Did she actually wear it? I didn't know that. Hope it's because no one sent her money for a coffee. Yeah, Slumpy. And saffron is expensive. Yeah. She says she has insomnia. I was like, oh, me too. My doc gave me meds for it. Oh, okay. You remember her now because of the camo onesie? Oh, really, PNW? See. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm going to have to catch up on that. Holy moly. See? She's still wearing it? Oh, my gosh. When did she get it? When did she get the shirt? When did she receive it? Because I must have missed whatever live where she first, like, showed it or talked about getting it or something. Was it yesterday or today? Because I've only seen a couple of her lives. It's Inside Out last week. Oh, really? Maybe it was during my cruise that she got it or something. Oh, it probably was when I was on my cruise, because I missed a lot of stuff when I was on the cruise. She blocked you? Yeah. But yeah, watch out for Amanda Sutar. She may seem nice and friendly, but she is really nasty to a lot of people. She has stalked several people, especially guys. She gets like really obsessed with them. There'll be like one guy that is just being polite to her, and she takes it as they're in love with her or something, and she stalks them. Like, it's really wild. And again, be careful if you're talking about your kitten with her. She was talking about getting a kitten a while back, and everybody was just like, no, like, it would not be good for a kitten to be stuck in that shed in that kind of environment. I don't think that she would properly take care of the kitten or clean up after the kitten or feed the kitten and things like that. Like, I would not trust her around any animals. I'm sorry. I just would not. That's just me. Oh, really, Josette? Wow. See, I miss some lives, y'all. I missed some of the lives. I've been trying to catch up, but it's like there's just not enough time in the day. Like, I'm telling you. Yeah, somebody brought up Bree. Bree was live several times today, at least twice. Those are posted on my YouTube. I think she was live maybe another one or two times, but I have not watched. I'm be honest, I have not watched her. I have not watched much of her. I tried to watch one of her lives the other day, and like all she was doing was like looking at her phone. She was playing music and just like it looked like she was like rage texting someone on her phone, and she wasn't even really talking for like the whole entire live. Yeah, she was boring. She was playing music, and she wasn't even looking at the chat. She wasn't interacting with anybody. She looked like she was rage texting somebody on her phone. What's up with Kizzy trying to get the YouTube subs for the tea? I don't know. See, I didn't get to watch Kizzy today. She's posted like I saw she was live 3 times, but I didn't get a chance to watch them. I was asking if anybody had watched Kizzy, like give me an update. You know, I have so many lives to watch. Try to keep up with. But Amanda Sutar, I know her past. I've been watching her for years. So be careful with her, because excuse me, she got new people fooled. She's playing this little nicey act for new people that don't know her past, you know? Who else was live? Rissa Love. I haven't watched her, but I know that some other people do. Let me see. Excuse me. I have so many people on here. Matt was live yesterday. I'm recording Pastor Mike Medina now. He wasn't live today or anything. I haven't seen Peaches in a while. If anybody knows if Peaches has a new TikTok name, let me know. Because I haven't seen Peaches live in a while, and she used to go live every day. But maybe she changed her account name and I'm not coming across her live streams. If anybody knows if she has a new name, let me know. Because there's two Rissas. There's Rissa, whose account is like Rhythm 1982, and then there's Rissa Love 13. I agree, Sunflower. Yeah, that guy she's with is no good. She claimed that it was his fault that she injured her leg. She said that I remember her telling the story once online. She said that he had gotten mad at her and he threw a frying pan that had oil in it or something at her, and it landed on the kitchen floor, and the oil got all over the kitchen floor, and when she tried to like walk, she slipped on the oil, and that's how she broke her leg, or whatever that happened to her, that she had to have that extensive surgery and everything else. So yeah, I don't wish any bad on Peaches. I hope she's okay. I did hear she was supposed to be getting SSI. Yeah, that's awful. This Rissa Love 13, she was live a couple of times today. I think about 4 times. Again, didn't get to watch those, but she was live. Who else was live? Couple other people. I mean, you can take a look at, YouTube. I've been busy posting and I've been busy getting ready for the live tonight. Oh, Tracy was live today. Sammy was live today. She is now homeless with her child, I believe. But there's a lot of people saying that stuff with her story doesn't make sense. So I don't know. I just saw some of the YouTube comments, so I got to go back and look at that. And then who else do I have here? Tracy. This is Tracy. She goes by Speechless 1021. Danny is pregnant again, correct? You mean like Danny from Gabby and Danny? Yeah, she hasn't even been in that apartment that long, Sunflower. No, I don't cover Gabby and Danny. I have a channel for them in my Discord where people can discuss them and stuff like that, but I don't personally want to watch that kind of stuff, and it's too much drama involved and everything else that I just choose not to get involved with it at all. I hope you find some other creators that maybe cover Gabby and Danny. There are other creators that cover them, so hopefully you can find one of them to get updates and discuss. Sammy, oh yeah, Sammy, yeah, she's pregnant again. Yeah, she claims she's pregnant again. But yeah, this Tracy person, she gets on live, she begs for money for food and for gas and all kinds of stuff. Bent Halo, I'm not sure what you're referring to. Maybe you can message me, because that's not a person that I'm gonna discuss, because we're talking about the scammers and beggars. So Sammy was begging for food at the bus stop while her child was at school. Wow. Well, this Tracy, she was live twice today. She was off for a while, but now she's been going live about twice a day on average for a while here. There was somebody else that went live that I wanted to bring up. I'm looking at my list here. Detroit Nike was live. I didn't get a chance to watch him yet either. Bree, Joe the Humble, Jeff, Girl Kizzy, Charnay and Asia were live today. Have not gotten a chance to watch them yet either. I only got a chance to get them posted. No, I'm sure I'm going to remember it after I get off. Oh, Keisha Smith was live. Maggie Foster, of course, was live. Elena was live. Sheena Queen. I'm not sure. You'd have to send me their username. I don't. It doesn't sound familiar. Oh. So I also wanted. Yeah, money for food. Yep. Rich the Hungry was live today. I don't normally watch him, but there's some interest in, some people are interested in watching him. So yeah, there's been a lot of people live. I'm still working on getting stuff uploaded from today, but and catching up on a couple of them. But one thing I wanted to mention, if anybody is in here, because I'm gonna post this live on my YouTube, right? So if there's anybody out there watching this on YouTube, or if any of you in here go and watch any of my stuff on YouTube, I'm giving a big shout out to my YouTube subscribers and the people who comment on the videos, because the comments in the YouTube videos have been hilarious. Every now and then there's kind of like an off, comment or something like that. I try to really not like mute or block people from the YouTube or anything like that unless they're like really completely disrespectful. I've only like blocked like muted like two people off of there, which it's hilarious when you mute them on there because they can still see their comments showing up, but nobody else can see them, including me. So they just think they keep commenting over and over and over again, and they just think they're getting ignored, which is awesome because like they can see their comments and nobody else can. And but some of the YouTube comments, oh my gosh, Marie, some of the comments are just so hilarious, and I really try to respond to the YouTube comments as much as I can. Some of them have been so funny, and especially if you like tag me in the YouTube comments or anything, if you put like at Scamslam or something like that, I really try to like respond back to everybody. So this is just a special shout out to the YouTube commenters, because a bunch of the comments, especially today, were really making me laugh. I mean, I was cracking up. I was cracking up for a while reading some of them. So I appreciate those of you who are commenting, and just know that I do read all of those comments. I read all of the YouTube comments. I might not reply to all of them. Maybe I just like it or something like that. But believe me, I do read all of them. And you guys have me laughing my ass off at the comments. Yeah, I do. I laugh my ass off with some of the comments. They're just so funny on all the videos. So, yeah, that was pretty much a little trip around the Tiki Talk streets. Just covering a couple people who've been active today, having a little discussion about who's been active today. And again, I know True Knowledge was live, but I didn't get a chance to see that. I didn't even get a chance to download it yet because I think he was live when I was getting ready to go live. So I'm gonna get more stuff together, and I will. I'll get it posted on my YouTube. I'm gonna try to get caught up, and I'd like to kind of do this kind of thing more often, where I kind of get out my list of like who was live today and like what happened with them. And hopefully next time I'll be a little bit more caught up. But I had a lot to get ready because of us discussing Ryan Snyder and the whole, epic exposure of him. We had to discuss Ryan Snyder, his exposure video from Saturday and his ultimate arrest. So I was getting ready for that, and haven't gotten a chance to watch a lot today, to be honest with you. But thank you for all of you who did watch some of these things today, and you were able to fill me in on some things and help get me caught up. I'm going to work on getting caught up more. And again, I would like to do things like this more often, where I can just go through my list of who was live during the day and what did we see or hear, from some of these individuals throughout the day. Yeah, this will be posted on my YouTube as well. Yes. When this ends, I will download it, and then upload it, and it will be there for everybody to watch. Stuck on Facebook after the live, catching up on the Snyder vids. Yeah. There's quite a few of them. There's a lot of comments on there. That's the other thing. I was busy early this morning. I was going through all the comments on the Facebook page, on the Epic Facebook page. And stuff like that. So I've been trying to keep up with that too. You know, I keep up with all the Epic stuff, and you know, I'm in a group chat with them, and we share information about different things going on with different cases, and I assist with that as I can. So I've been, you know, trying to keep up with all of that as well. Oh, okay, Peace Child. Yep, no problem. So yeah, I am going to end it for tonight. It's getting a little bit late, and I still have some videos to get uploaded, including this one. So I thank you for joining me tonight. I really appreciate all of you. It was a really wonderful live, and thank you so much again for being here. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you missed any part of this live, take an eye, you know, keep an eye out for it on my YouTube. Thank you, Josette. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful night, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.